All right, well, you know what they say, better late than never. Hi, my name is Captain Richard, and golly, did today not go like how I was expecting it to go? Although I should have expected that it wasn't going to go like I expected it to go. Richard's Law. So, welcome. All right, hello, Alsnor, thank you for saying hi, both on Twitch and YouTube. Hello, Jay and Captain Denton, from one captain to another, I do salute you. Bella Curie and Jay Grun, Draganas, Jay again, everybody, hello. So, Rogue Guys, 121 months.
121 months. I never thought I could count that high.
Didn't there, oh, I was thinking of Bacardi 151. I was about to say, didn't there used to be oh God, my hands are so sore. I have to be honest, man. I got up at 7:30 a.m. this morning, and I haven't really taken a break today. I've been trying to take care of all the stuff that my mechanic couldn't get to earlier this week, and it chewed up a lot more time than I was expecting. I thought I was going to be done by, maybe 2 p.m. It's like, no, it's now 8 p.m., and I'm just now getting back onto Twitch. Derek says, happy Boxing Day? Ah, all right. Well, is it like a cardboard box, or maybe like an Amazon box? Or No, I know. I believe Boxing Day is a Canadian holiday, isn't it? Hello, Cap. You look nice, as always. Yeah. So, sadly, just because, again, today took way longer than I thought it was going to. Even longer than I thought it was going to be longer. You know what I mean? It's just, God, I've barely been able to take a break today. The only time I got to take a break today was when I brought my race car to a shop to get the alignment done. And then they did the alignment, and it's still kind of pulling a little bit to the right, So I think one of the brakes is dragging a little bit, unfortunately. Canadian holiday. Canadian bacon. Hello, Hell Sparrow. Welcome. Hello, everybody, again. If I missed anybody, let's see. Avalanche Master, Gold Dragon. I'm not streaking. I'm clothing impaired. Yes. Again, thank you, Rogue Guys, for the 121 months. Let's see here. Dubax says, Kept Richard after dark. I know, man. I'm only going to be able to be live for a couple hours only. In the old days on this channel, that's all I used to stream. I only used to stream for 2 hours. I'd barely get anything done. So, 121 months means I've been all around long enough to remember the days of Captain Richard. Yeah, it took 5.5 years before Twitch was willing to give me the @Captain Richard name, or, twitch.tv/Captain Richard, because somebody had created it, gosh, back in whatever, like 2011, 2012, and never really used it. So it took me pestering folks at Twitch for 5.5 years before they finally relented. And thanks to those who did. Actually, the people who were finally able to do that for me, none of those people work for Twitch anymore. So, not her. I'm just saying I'm glad they were able to get that done. But yeah, Zach and those guys, if anyone happens to know Zach. British and its influenced areas. I see. What is, when they say Boxing Day, what is the boxing? Is it like, pugilism, or is it like, assembling boxes? What is the boxing in Boxing Day? Maybe you can let me know. So, oh golly, oh man, my eyeballs are being fried, because I was sitting in the dark, literally loading up the last of my stuff in the dark to get ready to go to Sebring tomorrow morning. I'm glad that I was able to get everything done, before midnight. Oh, where's my watch? I gotta put my watch back out. My watch died while I was moving stuff around, but I will say this. Some people have expressed an interest in coming out for, Daytona, and give me a hand for Daytona. Please do, man, because you don't know how much goes into even setting up for a race when you have to do all of it yourself. So, but I got it done. I just, the holidays and, having family over and, everyone closing for Thursday and stuff. Yeah, it's just schedule-wise, it really kind of threw a wrench in the works. But I was able to get everything done. Sadly, I'm not going to be able to do the final racing practice that I wanted to do today. That was a casualty of, not enough got done this week to make sure I could leave, or to stream on time today. Colin says, late stream tonight. Yeah, if you just missed it, I was saying it's because doing all this stuff that I needed to do to my race car this week, which is why I dropped off my race car with a mechanic on Monday, only to have him call me at 2 p.m. on a Wednesday saying, hey, I'm sorry, we've been too busy to work on your car. And it's like, couldn't you have told me that on Monday? So the car sat in this guy's lot for 3 days, and that's 3 days that I could have just brought it to someone else, because I think it's kind of one of those things where, mechanics, they're like, yeah, we don't lose work. This is not something that he does for free for me. He's giving me kind of little discounts here and there where he can. But, you know, he probably didn't want to lose the work because, you know, it's probably like another $500 worth of work. But yeah, he was just like, yeah, I can't finish it before we close for the holidays. Well, if you don't mind, we'd like to keep the car. We'll finish it next week. And I was like, dude, my race is this weekend. And he was like, oh no, because he just didn't remember, you know, he just didn't remember that he didn't have time next week to work on the car. I needed to pick it up at 5 p.m. on Wednesday at the latest. And so, yeah, so all the stuff that he couldn't get to Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, I had to do all of that today. So in one day, and even then, I wasn't able to get everything done, but at least some of the major stuff. Yeah. December 26th is Boxing Day due to Victorian-era traditions where servants who worked on Christmas Day received a Christmas box of gifts, money, and leftovers from their employers the day after, essentially a bonus for service, while churches also opened alms boxes for the poor on this day, which coincides with St. Stephen's Day, linking it to charity. Oh, okay, so it's basically kind of like helping those who typically had to work for more affluent people. Interesting. Or, you know, like I said, the poor box. Just say you want a big discount now. Yeah, I mean, I'm so lizard. Oh, hold on, I gotta fix the, hold on. Lizard. 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 Woo! Lizard. 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 Stop. Lizard. Beat it up. All right, so thank you, Tactical. I had a funny feeling that was Tactical. Glorifying the hand-me-down. Yes. So it was so thankful, or they were so thankful they created a holiday for it. Well, well, well. Hey, Victoria, welcome. Yeah, I'm starting very late today because I've like I said, I've been up since 7:30 a.m. and I haven't stopped working. So, but you know, like I said, now I'm ready to go. I can stream a little bit. After this, I can hopefully maybe eat some leftovers and just go to sleep on time. You know, I gotta take a shower, man. I've been sweating all day. Mosquitoes have been. It's so weird. The whole year, I only got bit by 2 mosquitoes. I only got 2 mosquito bites from January 1st until approximately like January or December 20th. And then my family came over. We were doing a bunch of stuff outside. I got bit 4 times, and then I got bit 2 more times today. So it's like I don't know what it is. Yeah. Hey, Cal, welcome. So, anyways, but, yeah, let me see if I can get some pictures for you. Hold on, let me see. Oh, yeah, if I seem a little bleary-eyed, it's just, I'm not kidding, man, I really have been working all day. Let's see, we'll click on this, and this. Okay, so I did put the, you know, our backer and sponsor stickers on today, so let me see if I can bring those up. Yeah, tell you what's here. Yeah, happy holidays to all, you know. We've got the festive trees, presents, lighting, you know, very specific lighting. Let's see here. If I can pull up the photos. Stinky, are you here? Or Stinky might have, I don't know, Stinky might be doing something more important with their time. But, let's see. The rich would box up the leftovers for Christmas and give it to the not rich. Ah, okay, I gotcha. So it's a day of benevolence. Just one day instead of every day. It's the Christmas dinner you ate. The mosquitoes wanted to share. I guess so, man. Yeah, I got bit on the legs a bunch of times. I think I got bit, like, on my arm. I don't know. The mosquitoes are on fire. And that's the thing is, like, this winter has been particularly warm, even by Florida standards. So, yeah, you know, the whole thing is, like, sometimes we get cooler weather, so the mosquitoes take a hike for a while. Oh, there it is. Good placement of that one. So, anyways, yeah. Thank you, Matt. So, yeah, anyway, here we go. So, let's check this out. So, I did, put on some of the new... Oh, here we go. What's this? What is this? Vic, thank you for the 91 months. Thank you, man. Appreciate the support, buddy. You were oozing with juice. God, I was sweating all day. I guess the biggest thing that draws in mosquitoes is... carbon dioxide from your breath, oddly enough, and then your sweat. You know, they know this the scent of sweat means that there's something sweating like a creature or what have you. Better than getting bit on the lizard. Lizard. So, anyways, yeah. So we got some of the new stickers on. Yeah. Here's the bumper backers. We had the original group bumper backers, and now we have bumper backers too. I think we will have to. I don't know, unless I can squeeze in some more names next year down here. But yeah. So we got all the names. I unfortunately I didn't. I got a couple. Yeah. I was trying to put this in because the back of the car is like it's curved this way, but it's also kind of curved a little bit that way because it's bulbous. Yeah. I had a bunch of wrinkles in there, which I was trying to iron it out, but I don't know. Maybe I've made a couple of these, so maybe I can iron it out. Maybe like iron the back of the car. Maybe I'll catch my car on fire for laughs. But yeah, so those are the bumper backers. Yeah, the indoor donators. Indoor donators list a little bigger this time. So this sticker is on both doors. Well, actually, I think I had already put it on the trailer. So yeah, but anyways, yeah, so the indoor donators, those stickers are going on both doors. So yeah, we have indoor donators and indoor donators 2 Electric Boogaloo. I should have put that on the bottom, like Electric Boogaloo. So there is that. What else is there? Oh yeah, so here we go. So now along with Gatto's and Matt Rodeo's Nude Bod Solutions, Mr. Gaha Stinky Diaper. We also have Dude on a Nuke energy drinks. Yeah, sponsored by an energy drink company. Honest, I swear. There is that. So that's officially on the car. Maybe Curie, you could take a screenshot and send that to send that to Doan. Hey Araram, welcome. So, oh yeah, so Araram, we have, let's see, yeah, so Araram is on the indoor donators list, so there we go, your handle is there, so anytime we open the doors, there's big bright stickers full of people's names, people could check them out, and, yeah, so, I had a lot of people ask me about the car, because normally the car is either at the shop or it's in my garage, so I had a lot of people ask me about it, kids, adults, people, I was putting gas in it today, a couple people asked me about it, because it's, got like a roll cage and all sorts of stuff. I guess I need to send some stickers again. Wait, I think I might still have one of your stickers. I think I need to put, actually, just reminded me I need to put the U.S. Colonial Marines sticker on there that Aaron sent me. So anyway, so there's that, but yeah, and then there's there's just Dave's Discount Dildos. It's a pickle company, pretty sure. So yeah, there we go. So we've got a whole lineup of sponsors, Stinky Diaper Co. and dildos. So awesome stuff. But yeah, Anthony's Automotive is one of the shops. I gotta put this other guy's sticker on my car who really helped me in the initial days. I haven't talked to him in a long time. I'm not sure if he's still, because he said he was hoping to, maybe move to a bigger shop. I don't know, maybe he moved out of the area. I haven't heard from him in a while. And then finally, I don't know if Cat Pain is here. I'm starting very, very late today, but if Cat Pain's here, there is the sticker. I've actually put that right underneath the racing, the racing team logo. Ask me what I put in my mouth to pay for this car. So Cat Bane didn't want to do a sponsor sticker. He wanted to do a sticker where it was just like, yeah, kind of making fun of the whole Bean Boozled situation. Right? I ate like 100+ Bean Boozleds to help, get additional funding for the race car. So hey, LJ, welcome. Oh yeah, LJ. So your handle is on here now as well. Let's see. Oh my God, I think there's a typo. Wait a minute. Hold on. What was your? Hold on. I think there's a typo. God, no! Wait a minute. LJ, is it LJ, MJ, LJ near? Oh, LJ, MJ. Oh, okay, so that is correct. Because I was looking at your handle in chat, and I remember it's like Mjolnir. Like, oh no, maybe that is right. I thought I had a typo.
Stupid horse penis.
I should put that on the back of the car as well. But so, anyways, yeah. So there, yeah. So Cat Pain, thank you for swinging by. Yeah. So here's your sticker. I didn't put it in the sponsor section. I put it right underneath the racing logo that's on the side of the car. So yeah, that actually came out really well. Like I said, I gave Guahir a reference picture of just me just holding this like that, and then he used like this like AI cartoonification thing to basically turn it into a cartoon and add all the little I think he added all the jelly beans and stuff, and then yeah, we just put on the words that you wanted, and that's how it turned out. So that's on both sides of the car, by the way. All these sponsor stickers are on both sides, not just one side. It's on the driver's side and passenger side, so people on both sides can be amused. But hey, Gatto's, welcome. Yeah, Gatto's, Gatto's, like I said, Gatto's, if you ever want me to give you a different logo, I know we had to come up with something on the fly, because I think you wanted like a giant penis sticker, which I can't do yet. Maybe I'll get sponsored by Pornhub, then I'll just put penises all over my car. Oh man, I'm so itchy too, because I've got like metal shavings and splinters all up and down my arm. I'll come up with something. I'll come up with something. Yes, I'll come up Hey, all right. So, anyways, but yeah, so there is that. Like I said, I'll take more pictures when the car is at the racetrack, but, oh, God, today was such a bear. The car was set too low to get to, again, stuff that chewed up time today. The car was sitting too low to the ground to be able to get it up the ramp. You know, I got this trailer to put the car on with a truck, and it's just... I had to put it on there, but it just wouldn't go. So I had to go to Home Depot and buy wood, like wood planks, and build like these kind of like makeshift like wooden stair plank things, so that way the car could get up on the rack, because it would have ripped the bumper off if I hadn't. Plus, like the front too. The front has this like nose thing that the tires are supposed to rest on, but the bumper would have just smashed into it. So I put some wood on the actual trailer, which it's right here. You just can't see it, to lift it up a little bit, so when the car goes up the ramp, the lip doesn't smash into the end of the trailer. Hundreds of beans, 98% foul. A lot of them were really terrible. So, but yeah, like I said, I'll be heading out there at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. I'll be driving to Sebring, Florida. I scrambled a little bit. I was able to get a couple guys like I said, I had one person cancel, but I had two more guys join in. One guy is from Florida. Two boys are coming in. One guy's flying in from Chicago, and another guy is flying in from Texas. Because they're like, hey man, you know, we saw you needed more drivers, more crew, and we're like super hyped for racing, so we'll come fly out and come join you. So I was like, sure man, I could use the help. So the captain buying wood, well, he is older than 21. Who's older than 21? Not me. I turned 21 this year. I will tomorrow as well. So let's see. Wait, don't forget to bring that wood. What wood? Oh, you mean the wood? Oh yeah, sorry. Like I said, my brain is fried. I've been working nonstop for about 12 hours straight today. The wood is already in the truck. So yes, like I said, I got all the rental trailer and everything up and running. I tied down the wheels. I hope everything's good. One of the problems is everything, just everything. God, like I said, my brain's so fried. What time is the race? Well, yeah, if we have a minute, like I said, I was hoping to get into a little bit of Pioneer today, since the whole thing is I needed to put my sim race stream setup all together, because where my sim racing stuff is, I took everything apart, moved everything to the side, so that way my sister would have a kind of almost like a private room to sleep in. Because my place, I'm renting a house, but it's a very small place, so I had to make some room. And today I just did not have the time to put my like race streaming setup back together, which I feel really bad about, but again, you know, like I said, my mechanic kind of boned me this week on working on stuff. So does the race require a racing license? No. There are a couple race series that don't require a formal license, and Champ Car is one of them. They will throw you off if it looks like you have no idea what you're doing, yeah.
4 hours. With a blast radius of 30 kilometers, equal to about 40 megatons.
Ah. Yeah, tell me the good news, yeah. As always, Wolfric, you know, I really appreciate those aliens quotes. I wish more people would do that. Matt Rodeo does. I was thinking about Matt earlier today, because he's kind of dreamy, you know? Hi, Matt. Hopefully you're doing okay. Yeah, Matt, Jigran, come join me at Daytona. Even if you guys just want to meet me at Daytona, that would be helpful, because it's a lot, dude, it's a lot of work getting all this stuff set up. In fact, one of the guys who wanted to join the race this time, but he just couldn't make it work it out. He used to run his own Champ Car team. Like he had a race car and a team and everything, but he said he recently divested himself of his Champ Car team, which means he sold everything, and he said he's going to do sprint racing instead. So, yeah. Again, for me, I think after doing Sebring and Champ Car and Daytona and Champ Car, I might try to do the same thing. I might try to, I'm keeping my car for sure, but I might try to move down to sprint racing, which is a little easier. Well, Hank can be there. Hankin will be there. Hankin is official crew member of my racing team now, as far as, you know, the racing stuff. God, man, I have like all these metal flakes all over the car. I haven't dust busted my car, because after they did some metal work in there, and there's still like little metal shavings everywhere. So get back to racing, all of a sudden, like a metal flake gets right in your eye. Let's see, what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, so there's this. Yeah, the Champ Car series is a kind of an entry level, or kind of like an indie level racing series, where it is real wheel to wheel road where there's a lot of different cars that race in it, primarily Miatas, Porsches, and BMWs. But, you know, people race Mustangs, and I think that's a Honda Civic back there. There's a, you know, a BMW Mini. But yeah, it's kind of eclectic series. I'm racing in C class, so tell you what, why don't we do a couple things? Let's see, event calendar. Where's the event calendar? I think they updated the website a bit. Events calendar. So yeah, so here it is, Sebring International Raceway. They had a maximum car entry of 100, but because it was just so crazy popular, they decided to bump it up to 115. So let's take a look at the entrant list. So let's see. So it looks like, actually it looks like they went down a few cars. So they probably had some last minute cancellations, because last time I looked at this list, there were more than 100 cars. But as like I mentioned, you know, trying to get every single thing set up properly to go racing, it takes a lot of work. So just like how we unfortunately pulled out after the test day last year, hopefully we won't repeat that this year. It looks like maybe a few people actually pulled out, because last time I checked there was like 105 cars. So, you know, it's not 105 teams. Some teams will bring in multiple cars, like late to Apex here, they're bringing 2 Miatas. What else is there? What the Florida Racing is bringing Volkswagen Golf and an Audi TT, so maybe I can hang out with those guys a little bit. What else is there? Rockwell Autosports bringing 2 Porsches. The Salins guys typically always bring a bunch. Open Throttle Racing is they're kind of like a racing business where they rent race cars to people. They're bringing 4 different cars to this race, but so as team wise, there's probably maybe, I don't know, like 40 different teams, 50 different teams. But yeah, there was previously over 100 cars. Sprint racing as in dirt track? No, sprint racing is just the same racing as Champ Car, just shorter. This is a 14-hour race. It starts at 7:30. Well, we have to get on the grid at 7:30. The race starts at 8 and ends at 10. So 8 a.m. and ends at 10 p.m., which is crazy. So, but yeah, sprint racing is usually like 2 hours. Typically when you see races in IMSA that aren't the endurance races, they're just the sprint races. Like, what is that, J-Grind? There's the Spec Miata races, which are like, what, like an hour? Or maybe, I think, well, yeah, about an hour. How many hours is your race? Yeah, 14 hours, man. So we have to keep this car alive for 14 hours and try to drive it quickly and not die. So, yeah, lots of Miatas. So there's that. Pit lane. If any of you happen to be coming by, I think Buif said he was going to be coming by on Sunday. We are in. It's super easy, dude. Our car number is number 32. Our pit stall number is 32. You know, where we go like, we'll pull in for a pit stop and then say word up. Oh no, that's right. I totally forgot to make a pit stop sign. Oh man, we'll have to bring some like I don't know, maybe a broom handle and some spray paint. But yeah, so we're in 32. Our garage number is 32. My age is 21, but I'm, you know, next year I'll be 32 or something. Most of them are 45 minutes. Yeah, so sprint races are usually, yeah, like an hour or usually 2 hours or less, usually an hour. And that's, you know, it's the same type of racing, but instead of having multiple drivers, like my team has 4 drivers plus 2 or 3 crew members at this point, 7 people. Whereas a sprint race is just like me, you know, I just go out there and just and try not to explode. Budsack says, love endurance racing. I've done 14-hour solo many times, just with a couple bathroom breaks. Well, in what series, Budsack? Because again, there's hotel booked, banana peel procured for for to spin you out. Oh yeah. So yeah, Bleef. Again, it should be pretty easy to find me. We're car number 32 in pit stall 32 with garage 32 right behind us. Damn, I knew I was gonna forget something, because so when you're flying down, you know, pit lane, you can kind of forget where your stall is. So yeah, maybe we can go to Walmart or something. Someone can get a big sign and just spray paint 32 on it in like big numbers, and we'll stick it on our the side of my canopy. I got a pop-up canopy. So yeah, but all right, yeah, so there is that. Yeah, so like I said, the Champ Car series, it's you know, real racing for real people. Actually, I think that's what the Lemon series they call their race. But yeah, I'm hoping everything will be okay. If you want, you can go to champcar.org, and there's a lot of lists down here. Like they have Marching Ants, which is where you can see. Yeah, see, this is literally what we're doing. You get a pop-up canopy, you have crew members, anyone who's working on the car or gassing up the car has to wear a fire suit. If you're doing any fueling, look how small this Mini is. Like, this is a big fat dude, kind of like me, and then they have this little tiny Mini. But yeah, so this is it. Like I said, you race in the morning and it doesn't end until night, and you try to keep the car running the entire time. Not serious, just long road trips at very high speeds, more like personal gumballs. Ah, okay. I've always wanted to do like a gumball rally or fireball rally or whatever, but they're just very expensive. I say that, and then you probably wouldn't want to know how much I've spent just to do this race. Of course, we had a lot of people chipping in once again this year, so thank you for that. But yeah, I've probably got... golly, probably like $6,000 into this race at this point. A lot of it was fixing up the car for this race, like parts and things. But yeah, the race alone was about $2,400. So yeah, we'll see. But I will be sure to announce on Discord. So please go check out the Discord. The exact links where you can find my live stream on YouTube, and then you can also go to Hankin's channel, twitch.tv/Hankin. He should be live streaming from our garage space. We may not have that up and running this Saturday, tomorrow, but everything should be up and running on time on Sunday. So yeah, just keep your eyes peeled on Discord. I'm gonna be very, very, very busy, but hopefully I'll be able to break away and give people some updates. Hankin said he would do updates on social media as well. Yeah, so like I said, I lost a lot of time this week because of like I said, I dropped off the car to have a couple things. So one of the things that took up a bunch of time today as well is the headlight assembly came loose. I don't know if I can show you guys this. Hold on, let me... and this kind of sucked, to be honest. Hold on, there's this guy. So the headlight assembly came loose, and the headlight works. It's fine, but the problem was, okay, so yeah, here's a picture of it. So one of the things that I asked the shop to do was simply replace one of the headlight bulbs that had burnt out. Because you kind of need your headlights if you're going to be racing at night. So unfortunately, whoever did it didn't lock this thing in all the way. And so while I was driving, I heard something rattling inside, kind of slight rattling in the hood. So I stopped and I went to go check it out, check to see if the headlight was working. It wasn't working. And sure enough, I went in and the assembly had fallen loose. The problem is that, hold on, let me see if I can show you this. The problem is that it's impossible to get to. On the passenger side, you can, unscrew the lid, whatever, and then reach in and lock it in or whatever. But on the driver's side, there's a huge fuse box that is in the way. So the marvel of German engineering thinks that it's like, oh yeah, all you have to do is take the entire front end of the car off to change one light bulb. So that means, yeah, the front bumper's got to come off, the grill's got to come off, all that stuff. You have to remove the entire headlight assembly just to replace a bulb. On the passenger side, you just unscrew it, put a new bulb in, and put it back in. Unbelievable. So a shop tried to do it today without taking the bumper off, because I tried and I could do it. They tried and they couldn't do it. So yeah, so probably after we get some testing in, we're gonna have to take the whole front bumper and grill off, and then the headlight assembly just to put the attachment back in, because whoever worked on it didn't tighten it all the way. Yeah, I had a Honda Accord that was like that. One side, it was just super easy to replace. The other side, you had to remove the wheel well and like the air intake and everything just to replace the light bulb. It's like, golly, will they please stop doing that? Golly. Let's see. If you weren't a 15-hour drive away, I'd like to say I'd be there, but I can't drive that far in one day anymore. Yeah. Yeah, some people will drive, 20, 30 hours to go do a race like this, and then go do the race, and then, stop driving and, go pack everything up and then drive 30 hours back home again. Like the real diehards. I like this stuff, but man, I'm not doing that anytime soon. Yeah. We had a 91 automatic Jetta back in the day, had to replace the starter. Technically, you are supposed to remove the axle. Yeah, God, why, man? Why do they make... I mean, I know they have to cram a lot of stuff in there, but all they had to do was take the fuse box and move it back just a couple more inches, and it would have been easy. Because the problem is like I can grab the thing, I can grab the light bulb, and I can kind of sort of put it in there, but I have no like fulcrum to be able to twist, because there's no room. The guy at the shop, he actually had smaller hands, and he was kind of able to get it in there, but then yeah, it popped out again. So you've got to be able to twist your hand to really lock it in place, and the only way to easily do that is to take the grill off, take the bumper off, and then take the headlight assembly out, pop it into place, and then put everything back. It's so obnoxious. Unbelievable. So we're gonna have to do that tomorrow, which sucks, but that's okay. What else is there? Arguments and all sorts of things. There was a video. There's a YouTube channel called Deutsch Auto Parts, and the guy there showed us exactly how to do it. Let's see here. Where the heck is the dudes? Yeah, so there's this channel. Shout out to Deutsch Auto Parts. They actually do R32 restorations. Like, they have a couple of my car. But yeah, so it's like this whole thing where you gotta see, it's not that hard to put it in there and then get the assembly locked into place. Hold on, he's gonna do it there, just lock that into place. And then there's like they call it an igniter. The igniter's got a clip in there. And it's really easy, but it's only easy if the entire headlight assembly is out. Again, on the passenger side, it's actually not terribly difficult to do that, but on the driver's side, it's practically impossible. So, do you want to screw my bulb? Yes. Just ask a neighborhood kid to help. Yeah, the thing is, you really got to line it up properly. And the other thing is, like, if you touch that bulb, it's the oil from your fingers will cause it to burst because it literally just like it causes the glass to overheat. So, alrighty. But anyways, yeah, shout out to Deutsch Auto Parts. They uploaded that 11 years ago. Of course, my car is 17 years old, so go figure. It really isn't hard to put it in there. I don't know. I kept trying to jam it in, but I just couldn't seem to get the job done. So, all right. Well, there is that. But yeah, let's see. What else was I gonna say? About the schedule. All right, here it is. So here's the schedule. For any of you who are even remotely interested in trying to follow along with our racing efforts, the schedule is as follows. On Saturday, I'm going to try to get there at about 10:30 a.m. because the gates don't open until 10 a.m. anyways. I got to do a bunch of registration, and then they have to do what's called a tech inspection to make sure my car is safe to race, won't explode and kill everybody. And then hopefully, if I can get the live stream stuff up and running in time, I might try to do a test session stream, test the live stream to make sure everything will work for Sunday. So that'll be between 1 p.m. and 4:30 p.m. And hopefully that gives us about, like a 3.5 hour window to get the, streaming tech stuff working, as well as get the car, 100% ready to go. And then finally, yeah, so if you want to watch the race, it's going to be a very early race. It starts at 8 a.m. We should be on the track, on the grid. They do a rolling, everyone lines up, and then they do a rolling start, and then right at 8 a.m. they go green, and that's where everyone explodes. So yeah, 8 a.m., check this out, 8 a.m., green flag, start of the 14-hour endurance race, 10 p.m., checkered flag. So I'm really not trying to win this race. I'm really not. All I'm trying to do is have fun and finish the race. That's the big thing with endurance racing. Even just finishing the race is fantastic. Like I said, some teams, they don't even log a single lap because the car blows up during the test day, and then they're just out of the race, which is kind of what happened to us last year. So let's not repeat that, hopefully. And then, yeah, they have a award ceremony where, they just, say, hey, here's everyone who did good, and LOL to everyone who didn't do good. So, yeah, but that's it. So, and then Monday, I should be back in time to stream on Monday, and at normal time. It won't be a racing stream because I'll probably be, up to my doots in racing stuff already. But yeah, like I said, you can check out all the schedule stuff and all of the info, and including where to watch the live stream at champcar.org. You have 4 drivers total? Yes. I spent something like 4 or 5 hours talking to people on Facebook, people who are legitimate race folks. One guy, God, I think one guy races in the Rush SR series. Another guy has worked in IMSA before. And there was, so the way this works is some people want to get into the race, but they can't because their car just broke down or something, or they did a previous race and the engine or transmission blew up. It's expensive. Not everyone could just, bang out, $5,000 and say, yeah, fix everything. But so there was a team where 2 of the guys said, hey, our car is not going to make it to this race. Probably, that we saw the list of people where it was like 105, and then I said it's back up to 99. They had to pull out of their team because, yeah, apparently their car wasn't ready in time because something happened. So they were looking for a team to join. And sure enough, I needed extra people.
One third of a year left until 3 years. I'm starting to feel old here.
Ah, Reaver, a perfect amount of months, because you remember our racing team number is 32, so yeah, nice number of months for resub there. Thank you. So Jagron, the way we are splitting this up is for the test day, it's whoever can drive and work on stuff, and I may try to get at least a couple laps in on the test day, but I'm going to defer to making sure the car is ready to go, especially the live stream stuff. But then I did tell the guys they were asking for 2-hour stints, and I said let's each do a 1-hour stint, a couple 1-hour stints, so that's 8 hours, and then there'll be 7 hours left. And after 7 hours, or 8 hours, if the car is still driving and people want to do like an hour and a half to 2-hour stints instead, then I said that's okay. But just to ensure that if some people, that like everyone on the team that's driving gets drive time, we're going to cap it at 1 hour per person for the first 8 hours. And then after that, then we'll see. And like I said, I have to be honest, man, I'm pretty beat, and my back is killing me, so I may only do like 30 or 40 minutes before I come back and be like, guys, I just can't do this for an hour, definitely not 2 hours, because man, it's an endurance race. Is how long can the car last and how long can the drivers last? But yeah, man, even just driving around today, back and forth, I was starting to get kind of tired. How much fuel does the car hold? I think about 14 gallons, and this thing chugs premium like you wouldn't believe. So we've got a whole bunch of... I'm bringing 5 race jugs, 5.5 gallon race jugs, and then one of the other guys is bringing another 4 or 5 race jugs. So we'll be able to get a lot of racing in before we have to stop for fuel, like go get fuel. Maybe someone can go run fuel. So this is not a race. I would make this race as real as you can make it. No, this is lighting. Hey, I saw you followed, by the way. Thank you, lighting, for that over on the YouTube side. This is legitimate ranked competitive road racing. The Champ Car series, they have, I don't know, maybe like 15 races a year, 10, 12, 15 races. They have, they have point standings. They have a championship race. They have major sponsors. Tire Rack is the major sponsor of the Champ Car Endurance Series. There's some smaller sponsors as well, but yeah, this is legitimate competitive road racing. You have track days. When you're doing track days, you're not really competing against anybody, right? You're just getting out on the track, having fun. Then you have like time trials, your time attack, autocross, all sorts of stuff. But this would be considered kind of like indie level true wheel-to-wheel racing, as it's called. Just like F1, NASCAR, IMSA, WEC. Those are much higher tier than this. But yeah, that's the same concept. When they say wheel-to-wheel, that means it's like you're not by yourself just trying to go against the clock. It means you are going neck and neck with people where there's risk involved. So oh, it's talking about the video game. Yeah, I'm sorry, lighting. I was hoping to do another sim racing stream today to practice for Sebring. Dude, I was doing 12 hours straight trying to make sure everything was ready to go. Because again, I lost a lot of time because the mechanic had my car for 3 days and I ended up not working on it. So, Galactic Surfer, thank you for the 86 months. Thank you, buddy.
Happy motoring.
Only 14 gallons with a vehicle that drinks gas like a man stuck in the middle of the desert. Yeah, I'm thinking the way we're going to be driving it, we'll probably get anywhere between 45 minutes to an hour of drive time before we have to refuel. So, and anytime we have a driver change, we're going to try to pop some fuel in there. So, if we can keep the car running, pit stops are a minimum of 5 minutes. You see pit stops in F1, and those pit stops are like 2 seconds or 3 seconds at most for most, if they're not having any issues. In Champ Car, refueling pit stops are a mandatory 5-minute break. So, I am the ultimate badass. State of the badass art. Ooh, Food Force, thank you for the 10 months. Hope you and everyone here had a great holiday. When do you stream the racing cap? Sunday. I'm going to try to do some test streams on Saturday, but the core stream is going to be this Sunday at 7:30 a.m. Yeah, 7:30 a.m. Of course, for our friends over in Europe and Asia and Australia, they're probably like, hey, that's great. For people in America, not so much. Because if it's 7:30 a.m. on the East Coast, it's only 4:30 a.m. on the West Coast. So... yeah, like I said, it was like a collision, a train wreck of just things going wrong. Plus, my family decided, part of my family wanted to come visit, the week, for the week right before the race. And so I haven't had any time to work on the race car and all the parts. Oh, God. It's like that movie, The Perfect Storm, with George Clooney and Marky Mark, you know, where there's the storms, 3 storms collide to create a superstorm. That's kind of what I've been dealing with, except it's like car related. And so, yeah. Maybe we'll get to race next year, eh? Yeah, maybe. No, we already registered for Daytona. Yeah, here, let's take a look. Race info, event calendar. Okay, so they already had the national championship for 2025. So this is the final race of 2026. Yeah, the Sebring New Year's Eve 14-hour enduro. Thank goodness they are not doing this race next year. You'd say it's like, but Cap, you know, it's in the cool weather and, you know, it's and basically an hour and a half away from you. Wouldn't you want that? It's like, no, I will never do another road race at the end of December ever again. Not worth it. Not worth it. Well, this time it'll be worth it, but nah, I'm not doing this next year. If Marky Mark had been allowed to be Marky Mark, the boat would have sunk. Exactly. He could have saved the boat by the power of his abs. Yeah. Are you guys running pneumatic impact wrench for tires? Not pneumatic. We have battery. Like, you know, a lot of tools don't need to be pneumatic anymore. Yeah, they've got all battery powered. I've got battery powered impact driver, impact wrench. Battery, everything. Yeah, a lot of tools. Now, granted, you know, some pneumatic stuff is pneumatic, but that's the most clever thing I've said today. You know, some pneumatic things are pneumatic. Yes. No, it's just some things you can kind of get away with just battery powered now. So we don't have to bring an air compressor. Some people still do, but it's just easier because I have like 8 batteries and a bunch of chargers and all sorts of stuff. So I will say this, man. The guy, the mechanics, you know, it's the guy who's the mechanic. He's like the lead mechanic. He owns the shop. So some of his underlings, who are nice guys, they way over torqued the lug nuts. You know, we run like 100 foot-pounds of torque, maybe 110, sometimes 120. But yeah, these were like torqued to like, I don't know, like 150, 160. I was like, trying to get the lug nuts off is crazy. Right on. That is early long hours. It's a 14-hour race. Yeah, that's an endurance race. I'm going right from sim racing to endurance racing. Good job, me. That's because I like to watch endurance racing. Isn't there a more scientific term for a situation like you're experiencing, Captain Richard? Yeah, I think it's called a show. Yeah, exactly. I've had a lot of bad luck as of recently, but you know, I'm trying. Never give up, man. Never surrender. Are you running center lock nuts? No, just regular lug nuts. We did convert the car from wheel bolts to wheel studs, so that'll make things a little easier. Hey, that's okay, lighting. Yeah, man. Like I said, I'm happy to answer questions because if people are willing to tune in while I blather on incessantly about cars. Then, yeah. So again, this is the car. These are the street wheels and tires. I took these off today and I put the race wheels and tires on. And actually, I need to lift the car up a little bit more because we lifted it up already to clear these wheels and tires. But the race tires are even thinner, you know? The wheels are the same size, but the tires are thinner. And it's rubbing a little bit. So we got to lift the car up even more because it was slammed. You know, the guy I bought this car from, he was part of like the slammed V-dub crowd. And then I took the car and I gutted it, you know? So, yeah, it's just like there's all the interior's gone, man. You know, it's just got a roll cage. So he put a lot of work into restoring the car and I just took it all back out again. So, our host prefers battery-powered tools. Yes. How did the search for people to assist with driving and such start? Is there like a Facebook group for the racing series people can post on asking for help? Yes. It's called the Champ Car Garage. It is a Facebook group. There's a lot of people on there. I actually got a lot of responses. A lot of people who were saying, it's like, hey, you know, why didn't you put this ad out sooner? It's because I didn't know people were going to cancel on me. So, you know, I didn't know, but, golly. But I had a lot of people interested. One person was a person who wanted to come out last year, a lady, actually. She races, I think she races in IMSA, a lady. I actually really wanted her on the team, but she couldn't make it on short notice. So, yeah. Over-torqued lug nuts isn't good for your brake rotors either. I know, man. We usually do like 100 to 10, you know, with a torque wrench. Because, yeah, if my impact wrench couldn't get those, literally none of the lug nuts. I had to use a breaker bar to get them off. And that means that somebody there is way over-torquing them. And I told them, too. I was like, at most 120. These things were torqued to like 200. And the new stickers. Oh, yeah, Stinky. Oh, yeah, Stinky. So, for those of you who missed it earlier, I will show you. Yeah, we put the new sponsor stickers on and the backer stickers. So Yeah, here's the full set of the new ones. So here's the Bumper Backers 2. Yeah, Nicholas Roll Cage is on there now. Stinky Diaper again as well. Thank you, Stinky. But yeah, so we've got the back as the new Bumper Backers, Bumper Backers, the OGs, and then a Bumper Backers 2, the Indoor Donators original, and then Indoor Donators 2. Like I said, we've got the new sponsors. Dude on a Nuke Energy Drinks. They're sponsoring the team. Yeah, keeping us awake and alive. We've got Dave's Discount Dildos. So yeah, it's a pickle company. Yeah, their mascot is a sexy deer. Bunch of furries, I think they are. What else is there? And then finally, probably admittedly my favorite one was I put Cat Pain sticker right underneath the racing logo in the front. Yeah, ask me what I put in my mouth to pay for this car. Yeah, kind of a reference to all the Bean Boozleds that I had to eat over the the past past like 2 months, 3 months actually. September started doing subathon stuff and yeah, helped pay for some things. So curious, will there be 2 occupants, or is weight savings of the second seat not really an issue? The second seat has to come out. I decided I'm just going to wait until we get there to take it out. Because you can do, I think, what's called a parade lap. So anyone who wouldn't normally get access to be able to get on the track, they have like slow things where you can only drive 20 miles an hour. Kind of like a parade lap, so to speak. So I left the second seat in there because one of the other guys said he's bringing like a younger brother or something like that. And I'm sure he'd really like to take a ride around the track. So I decided to leave the second seat in there. It's just 4 bolts to take out the seat, 2 bolts to take out the seat belt. Yeah, so we'll I left it in there and it'll be okay. It just burp, pops right out. So yeah, I mean I could save time by taking it out, but yeah, I just thought like maybe this his little brother or whatever would like to go for a spin. Just put a warning out to anybody tightening the lug nuts. Tell them if they keep over torquing them, you'll do the same to theirs. Yeah, I mean, what I'm probably gonna do is I'm probably gonna put a sticker over the wheel well that says max torque, 120 or something like that, because my impact wrench couldn't take them off, and I can't remember how many, like, is it like, I think 1,000. I don't know, it's pretty high, but yeah, it was there, and it couldn't remove them. So I had to go get a breaker bar, and I had to put all my weight onto it to get them to unstick. Yeah, hey Grim, welcome. Don't skip on good brakes. Yeah, Lightning, I went with Porterfield RE4 endurance pads. So, and I bought a second set, and those got sent to the hotel that I'm going to be staying at, because they said they couldn't get them to my place on time. Also, oh god, like I said, I've been running into such bad luck. I had a bunch of stuff that was supposed to come in today. Let's see here. Yeah, I had spare rotors, windshield wipers, all sorts of stuff that was scheduled to come in today, and none of it came in today. So yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Let me double check here. Hold on, let me take a look here. Yeah, I ordered, instead of, it serves me right for doing this, but I tried ordering from AutoZone instead of Amazon, and they said everything was supposed to get delivered today, but yeah, just never. Oh, I'm sorry, not AutoZone, from Napa. So let's see. View order. Oh crap! Hold on. Sorry, I'm putting this on. Okay, give me a sec here. Let's see. Schnappa, yeah, let's see why it didn't get delivered today. Track order. Alright, logging, I'm flogging in. I can't show you this because, it's like my personal info doots. Alright, let's see. My password is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same as the combination on my luggage. Alright, let's see. There is it. Alright, so view details. Yeah, it still says estimated delivery today. So, yeah, I ordered, let's see what I ordered. I ordered all new windshield wipers, a transmission filter, and 2 front brake rotors. I have some spare brake rotors, and I'm put those in the they're still in a box. I put them with the rest of the stuff, but yeah, man, that's very disappointing that all this stuff just didn't get delivered on time. I don't know, maybe I can ask Henkin to swing by my house and see if it gets delivered. But, yeah, it is what it is, man. I just, like I said, things just, oddly, things have just not been going my way. Hopefully that means, all my bad luck is used up and only have good luck this weekend. Yeah, let's see. Did you guys get your refueling times down yet? Lighting in the Champ Car series, it's a minimum 5 minutes. It doesn't matter how quick your fueling system is, you have to wait 5 minutes. And they do that to ensure that people aren't being unsafe. Because we're not F1, we're not an F1 pit crew out there. A lot of these guys are just weekend warriors. So the minimum stop time for refueling is 5 minutes. So, you know, if you can refuel your whole tank with like fast jugs in 1 minute, you've got 4 minutes to, I don't know, check Twitter, twiddle your thumbs, maybe fap a little, you know, so yeah, so it doesn't, unless for whatever reason your car is really, really slow to refuel, maybe, but, yeah, you know, yeah, refuel times are, in Champ Car, not really a big deal because it's a mandatory 5-minute wait, so, yeah. All right, you were forcing me to do this. Holds out a basket for Captain Richard. Put all your bad luck in here. You better put all of it in there. I'm coming back for it. Yeah, if I could just kind of swish my bad luck into the into the basket, that'd be great. But you know, in the racing world, even the most expensive racing series teams out there, whatever F1 stuff, just breaks. You know, I mean, they haven't figured out a way to make an invulnerable car yet. So yeah, you know, just there will be a lot of car fatalities as far as, you know, breakdowns, collisions, all sorts of stuff in tomorrow's race. Again, there's 100 cars. There's I think they said that like only 40% of cars typically finish an endurance race, or is that maybe, or 40% don't finish, something like that. So I'll try to be on the side that finishes, but no promises. So. Yeah, what time is it? 9:02. Gosh, I was going to try to play a little bit of Pioneer today. I was going to make a luggage reference. Fast jugs. Yeah, I got some fast jugs. Yeah, take a leak, eat a corn dog. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. Even if you had like an F1 grade fueling system where you can dump, what, 10 gallons in 3 seconds or, you know, less, you have to wait 5 minutes in this series. So, and I actually like that, man. It makes it where you don't have to, you know, you don't have to freak out about trying to refuel too quickly. And that, like I said, they do that probably because people, you know, people make mistakes. They try to slam it in there, end up getting gas all over the ground. Then, you know, you got to clean it up with kitty litter over Bjork. Yeah. Human behavior. What's your VPI for the car? Stock was 450. As raced, it's 425 or 445. One of those two. Because it's 450 stock. If you know the VPI lighting, we have BC Racing coils on it, which adds 100 points. I feel that's a bit steep, considering my car is, well, not super fast, but yeah, it's 550. But because it's not a manual, they do a point subtraction. I'm not going to get that point subtraction in 2026. They're revising the rulebook, which sucks. So, anyways. But yeah, it's all stock. I have stock brakes, stock motor, has a cold air intake, has a slightly custom muffler that's terrible, you know. So nothing that adds performance points. The only thing that really adds performance points is what is it? I have a DSG cooler and I have a custom suspension. That's it. And even with that, I still have to take like 4 to 5 penalty laps. Sucks. Maybe I wonder if I could bribe the judges to lower my VPI to like 400 next year. I'm the only person ever that has run a Volkswagen R32. So yeah, hold on, let's see if we can pull this up. Oh, this is the wrong picture. Yeah, true story. There was a guy who ran. Apparently, there was a guy who ran an Audi A3 that was kind of set up like, you know, it's Volkswagen, the DSG motors, kind of similar. But apparently, I'm the very first person ever to run an R32. So I got that going for me. Yeah. So not the 24 Hours of Lemons. I have raced in the Lemon series, Vic, but this is a different series. My first road race ever was actually in the 24 Hours of Lemons. So that was interesting, but it was with someone else's car. It was an old crappy BMW that it spent more time in the garage than on the racetrack. Yeah. I just don't know what those wheels are in the pick, in this pick or in the other pick. I don't think I have a good pick of the wheel. Oh yeah, here I do. So these are the wheels. Hold on, let me see if I can pull this up. These are the wheels that are on it right now, but those are my street wheels. These actually came off of a Mercedes S550, but they're custom, I think they're called Aventus wheels. Yeah, they're actually kind of beat up, but hey, they fit my car, go figure. But the wheels that are going on it look like this. These are just petrol wheels. I had bought a set of Motegi racing wheels and they didn't fit. They were supposed to fit, but they didn't have enough. It wasn't that they were too wide. It was that the gap, like the internal gap, was too small. So, but these are the ones, and I have 6 of these. Basically 4 spares, and they're directional tires. So I have 1 spare left side and 1 spare right side, and that's it. If I blow more than 2 tires, actually, if I blow more than 1 tire on one side, we're in a bit of hot water. So yeah. I don't know how true this is, but supposedly a hospital brought in the Ferrari racing team pit crew to watch them when they were transferring patients because they were losing too many in transit from OR to recovery. The pit crew pointed out so much inefficiency in what they were doing that they did a complete overhaul in the procedure. Thank racing for actually saving lives. I've heard that story. We should go to Snopes to see if it's true or not. Yeah, they had the wrong offset. Yeah, you know, it was very close, but the lug nuts wouldn't go on all the way. I was wondering if you ran a manual. Yeah, ours is a dual clutch, the DSG, direct shift gearbox is what Volkswagen calls it. And I like it because it's, well, it's easier, but it's also a little faster. So yeah, you know, all stock motor, except for all the hoses have been replaced. They're just new hoses, 4-ply hoses, new cold air intake, forge. This is probably the nicest and most expensive air intake you can get for this one, unless you go with like a full carbon fiber build. This is actually carbon fiber. Yeah, I splurged and I got the forge instead of like the crappy other ones. Yeah, this is probably, well, not the most expensive, but one of the most popular and more expensive intakes you can get for this engine, and it looks good in blue. Yeah, my ex was the same way. Gap, you know, too much gap. Yeah, so. All right, I didn't realize they made an R32 after the Mark IV generation. Yeah, they've made. They switched to the Golf R. They called it the R instead of the R32 in I think this MK6 model year, the 6th generation. So there was a 4th generation and then a 5th generation. The 4th generation looks better. The 5th generation is better as a better car. That's what, you know, a lot of people say. It's like, bro, if you're getting R32, you got to get the Gen 4. It's like, yeah, it does look better, but it's the crappier of the two cars. This one is slightly more modern, has a better DSG system, a better Haldex system, all sorts of stuff. So, but yeah, just motor I think puts out slightly more horsepower. And Mark IV is still the best. Yeah, but it's just based on looks, right? You know, it's the looks. Like, mechanically, this is the better of, you know, obviously, why would they have a Mark V that's worse than Mark IV mechanically? But it just looks more like a regular car, right? It kind of lost, like, the boxy Golf look from the Mark Is through the Mark IVs. Had that kind of boxy look to them. But, yeah, but I thought about it. But the problem is Mark IVs are more popular because they do look better. So I went with the Mark V because, you know, racing, I don't care what it looks like. I care about, you know, going fast and having fun. Got pics of the new stickers on the car? Oh yeah, don't. Yep, I just, we got the Mark IV GTI. Yeah, like I said, the Mark IVs do look better. I mean, I will concede that all day long. But the Mark Vs are better. Just like how the Mark 6 is better than the 5, the 7's better than the 6. If they weren't improving, they'd have no business being in the automotive industry. Yeah, still not boxy enough, so it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, the Mark IV, it's like kind of like a rounded boxy look. I had a buddy of mine who had a Mark IV GTI. So, but yeah, Don, yeah, so we've, like I said, we're showing the stickers to people. We've got the, you know, the bumper backers stickers on the back. We've got the indoor donators on this list as well. We've got, here we go, here's your sticker, man. It's actually on the car right now. Dude on a nuke, energy drinks. I think this sticker came out really well. Yeah, it looks like a real, like, beer logo, but it's an energy drink. So. Why would they have a Mark V worse than a Mark IV? The Mustang 2 would like a word. Yeah, the 80s were not a great time for the Mustang. Well, certain versions of it anyways. My buddy has a Mark IV Jetta wagon R32 swap. Oh yeah, a lot of those Volkswagen motors and other goodies are interchangeable. So yeah, then we have, you know, Dave's discount dildos, and the other one, yeah, this one's on the car. It's right underneath the racing logo. Yeah, ask me what I put in my mouth to pay for this car. So, did you redo any of the steering links? No, lighting, those are still stock. The motor mounts have been replaced. A couple of other things have been replaced, but nothing that's really. The crack pipe was replaced, but yeah, it's mostly stock. You know, honestly, the engine's mostly stock because if you do too much stuff, you'll start getting performance points hits. You know, so I don't know. If anything, I would like to change out I want to take the cats out. I would like to take the cats out, keep the muffler and resonator in. I probably wouldn't do headers because you can change out everything past the headers and not gain performance points. So yeah, I just want to take the cats out, get a little more breathing air in there. I want to get a United Motorsport tune for the engine, Haldex, and DSG. That's $800, so I can't afford that right now, but maybe next year. So, yeah, good luck. I know, man. It's just race cars, dude. You can. The last time I talked to a guy, let's see if I can find a picture of it. Welcome to the Racing Hour with your host, Captain Weirdbeard. All right, let's see. Do I have the pictures up? I might not have the pictures up. Crap. But I was gonna show. No, I should have them up. Hold on. Let's see. Cars. Where's my cars and coffee folder? Because there was a guy who was racing in Champ Car. Dude, he spent like 50 grand. Not even, you know, the car itself wasn't 50 grand. He spent 50 grand in upgrades to it to turn it into as much of a race car as you can race car a car. You know what I mean? Let's see. Let's see. Motor Enclave. Cars and... Oh, yeah, here we go. I think I've got it now. No. Well, poop snacks. Don't use... Dang. Okay, I see. I guess I can't find it. But yeah, I was going to show you some photos. Some blotos. Cars and Coffee, 236. Yeah, alright, well I guess I can't find it on short notice. But yeah, man, I mean you can take a regular car and put 50 grand into it to turn it into a race car. Auto Sharts, yes, TL. Yes. Alright, well yeah, I wish I could show you, but yeah, man, I mean, so the one of the kickers about this racing series that some people gripe about is that they base your performance points and penalty on the car and its upgrades, but when they don't factor in is cost. Yeah, you know, how much people are spending when you have like the weekend warriors like me versus actual factory teams, you know, or you call them factory teams or, you know, company sponsored teams.
Check it out. I am the ultimate badass. State badass art.
Swap Pub. Hey, oh, thank you for the 42
I got the
minutes.
answer for everything.
That's good, Swap Pup. Please let me know if I'm gonna win on Sunday. No, but yeah, you have it's basically like the high budget you know, corporate teams versus the weekend warriors. And you know, go figure, a lot of times it's the big corporate teams that actually end up on the podium because again, they don't have a price limit. They don't have a price limit on the car, but they have performance limits on the car. So that means anything that doesn't give you performance points, you're allowed to dump as much money as you want into the car. So, you know, like I was able to raise in the past 2 years about what, 600 bucks here on the channel. So thank you for that. I don't have any corporate sponsors yet. You know, I've been pestering some of my channel partners about that. But yeah, you know, it stings a little bit when you know it's like when they pull in with the giant RV with the giant 2-car trailer, you know, loaded. They start moving out all the the IMSA grade toolboxes, and they've got everyone's decked out in like, you know, $1,000 communication kits and everything. And you're like, and here I am. It's like, guys, I think my walkie-talkie isn't working. You know, it's like, guys, I hope the belt holds up. I just bought it from AutoZone. You know, golly. But hey, man, people complain about that on the forums. But you know, as long as they're abiding by the rules, it is what it is. But yeah, there are some very well-funded teams out there, and there's some very not well-funded teams out there. And you find that typically the well-funded cars, you know, company-backed cars, they tend to finish the race pretty high in the standings. Stinky Diaper says, "Got to start somewhere." Yeah, man. Well, I didn't win the $1 billion lottery, so I guess I'll have to you know, save my pennies to get some. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff I'd love to get. Yeah, you know, like new transmission mount, and I'd like to get a proper, you know, exhaust. The exhaust on this car is basically full of holes with crappy welds. It's falling apart. I'm gonna have to get another one at some point. Aaron says, "Oh, I forgot to play the lottery." Aaron, you know what? I totally forgot. I need to put one of your stickers on my car as well because I want it. I want to. So. Yeah, golly, I've been up since 7:30 a.m. and I haven't stopped since. Just working on stuff. Okay, well, I think we've kind of beat that into the ground, but yeah, like I said, if you are interested in watching the race, it'll be streamed live on YouTube. Even if my live stream inside the car in the garage isn't running, you still have the main Champ Car feed, and that will absolutely be running. So you'll be able to see where I am in the standings. You'll be able to see the car driving around the track from different camera angles. What I'm trying to get is an in-car camera feed running, and then Hankins also going to be live streaming to his Twitch channel. So. ECS tuning exhausts are pretty affordable. Well, you know, let's do this. Maybe I can put this on my wish list for Santa next year. All right, hold on. Let's go to ECS. Yeah, let's take a look. Let's see how affordable. I can't believe the guy I bought the car from. He bought like a $1,400 set of BC racing coilovers. And well, you know, I kind of bought the car for a song, really. So yeah. I mean, you know, he was just desperate to sell because he really wanted to get a Jeep, and he had already dumped a lot of money. That's the thing about my passion project cars. You know, sometimes you fix them up, they're worth money. Sometimes you fix them up and they're not worth anything more than what the Facebook or Blue Book value is. So I mean, he must have put he probably put like 10, 12 grand into it, including the cost of the car. I bought it from him for $6,000. That's in 2023. I bought it for $6,000, and he'd already put, gosh, probably like $4 grand into it. I spent $1,300 to get a Steadicam rig. Yeah, you know, just passion projects. All right, here we go. Let's do the shop by vehicle. We could check a couple different places. We could check Euro tuning. So ECS is based in New Jersey, I want to say, but there's another European German-centric parts reseller called Euro tuning. Euro tuning is 25 minutes from my house. I've been to their headquarters multiple times. I actually feel very lucky because they carry a lot of Volkswagen parts, which is awesome. That's what scares me about getting a Passat W8. One for sale locally, but it'll be a nightmare for maintenance. Yeah, you know. Those, the Volkswagen Phaetons were actually supposed to be pretty nice cars for what they're worth. But, oh, in Ohio. I thought they were in New Jersey for some reason. But, so yeah, so ECS, I have ordered from ECS in the past, but I prefer Euro tuning because I can literally just drive there. Or if they ship something, it arrives in, you know, like a day as opposed to, you know, 3 or 4 days. Yeah, Phaetons are supposed to be pretty nice. Yeah, Alcinara, wouldn't that be nice, right? Okay, let's go to Volkswagen. Let's see. Our model generation. Mine is not the 6. I would really like to get a Golf 7R someday, but I want the German version, which I have to wait 25 years. So let's see. If the German version came out in let's say 2017 or 2016. I think it was 2016. What's 16 plus 25? I can't math right now because my brain is fried because I've been working all day. So it's 17, it's 37, 7 here? Yeah. What's 16 plus 25? That's 2041? Oh, I was right. Yeah, so in 2041, I'll finally be able to get a German spec Volkswagen Golf R7. God, I can't, like I said, I'm very worn out. Yeah, the reason why I want that one is because the ones we got in the US are 4-doors. Germany got the 2-door version. They never imported the 2-door version to the US because they didn't think they'd sell well enough. So we only got the 4-door version. I want the 2-door version. It's the same exact car, same more or less. It just has less doors, which is what I want. It sucks. It sucks that we didn't get those over here. I would have bought one already. Brr. All right. Oh, wait, we're shopping by vehicle. So there is that. So let's go to, let's see, exhaust. Here we go. Let's go to exhaust tips, exhaust parts, emissions parts, parts, universal exhaust, performance exhaust parts. Let's go universal. It just needs a straight up new exhaust because mine's all bent out of shape. Do they have kits or? Yeah, these are just like tips and stuff. I need like a whole system. I think I clicked on the wrong thing. Yeah, I need like basically, they call it cat back exhaust system. It's everything past the catalytic converter. That's pretty much what I need because mine is literally rusting and falling apart. Or if I recall, in Europe they call it the 3 and 5 door versions. Yeah, because they include the that the hatch. They call it a door. So yeah, they call it a 3 door and 5 door. But here we call it a 2 door and 4 door. We don't really normally count the trunk lid or boot lid or trunky boot lid as a door. It's a yeah. Did you get a performance radiator kit? Yeah, Mushimoto. We decided to upgrade because my previous one was a stock one that had been patched. So I lost a little bit of cooling. We went with a Mushimoto R32 specific one. So yeah, so lot should be running a lot cooler now. Let's see, exhaust. Oh, performance. Oh, okay. So let's go around about shmya. Let me put my shmya right in your shmya. Let's see, performance exhaust parts. Let's see. Ah, here it is. Mark V R32 valved catback exhaust system. Yeah, that's pretty much what I need. Let's go to high to low. High to blow. Let's see. They've got this one is $7,562. Golly. Whew. Let's see. I wonder if we can go. What's in like the sub $1,000 range? Because plus I have to get it installed. 2.7i catback exhaust system, non-resonated. I need resonated. Yeah, I don't want to go non-resonated. They get a bit picky about that in racing series when your car gets too loud. Droney. Yeah, in-house engineered for the R32 enthusiast, features T304 SS TIG welded 2.5-inch tubing and a valved muffler for audible obedience, or wide open for glorious Wookiee growls. Okay, cool. It's on sale. Was $916 on sale for $778.59. Okay, yeah. So this is pretty much what I need because whoever installed the exhaust that's on it currently, it was a completely custom job, and the welds on it are terrible, and the welds are basically falling apart. There's like holes in the exhaust. There's holes in the exhaust even before the resonator and muffler. So, cat back. Oh yeah, look at that. So this is ECS's own custom made exhaust system. So yeah, all right, I see how it is. Yeah, much better welds. So yeah, looks nice. Yeah, actually looks nice. In fact, you look very nice. So okay, well I'll keep that in mind. Maybe hopefully it'll be on sale next year, like 6 months from now. But wait, hold on, wait a minute, hold on. Wait, estimated ship date ships on July 28th, 2026? What? What do they have to like custom make these? Oh yeah, I guess, man, I guess this thing is just completely out of stock. God, that's 7 months from now. 7 months from now is when I would get it if I ordered it. What the hell? When I restored my army Jeep, I had to go to the highway patrol for an inspection. They asked how many doors it had. I said 0. They wouldn't take that answer because the form didn't have that as an option. Good thing you got out of virtual JPEGs and into real expensive racing. Imagine what you do with all that filthy money. I'll not piss it away on JPEGs. At least not anymore. Waikiki Smoke says, so why race a Volkswagen? I'll tell you very specifically. Let's see, hold on if I can pull this up here. Because I was looking for something in particular. I wanted a car that was either rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. I wanted it to have a dual clutch, and I wanted it to have, I wanted it to be naturally aspirated. So after looking around at cars that were way outside of my budget, you know, Audis and some other things, I stumbled across the R32 series, which I'd actually known from previously working with someone on some car videos who owned one. And I didn't really remember that at the time, but yeah. So this car, it's a V6 naturally aspirated. All the Golfs, GTIs, and our cars later on went with a 4-cylinder turbo. Whether it's a turbo gas, turbo diesel, or whatever, they no longer do a 6-cylinder naturally aspirated for this type of car. Volkswagen just really doesn't do it anymore. Bub says technically it's not a V. It is a V. It's just a very tight angle V. It's Volkswagen's own weird version of a V. So yeah, I mean it's not in line, but it's not a traditional V shape like this. It's more like this in a weird way. It's Volkswagen's VR6 motor, but I mean it's literally a V6. Volkswagen themselves calls it a V6, but it's a very strange format of a V6. It's also that format plus the exhaust and stuff that came with the car is what gave it kind of that Wookiee growl. That's like I can't do the Wookiee growl, but Yeah, so it is. I mean, that's not an aftermarket part. That's technically Volkswagen's own version of a V. They have a V5 as well. We just never got them. I've noticed that. I did notice that. In fact, I think they even made in Europe, or Germany, they made an R32 that didn't have the 3.2 liter. And I might be wrong about that, but yeah. Northbeard says Valved is always fun. My Mini Cooper JCW is fun with wide open exhaust. Yeah, you know. So like my plan was originally to race a BMW. Like I didn't want to do a Miata. I wanted to get into a BMW, and so I bought a BMW from a friend. And it needed a lot of work, and I started putting a lot of work into it, but then I found this on Facebook Marketplace, and I was like, oh my god, this would be perfect. Because normally these cars in good condition, they go for, you know, I don't know, 10, 12 grand or whatever, but mine was technically totaled at one point. It was financially totaled, or I guess, I don't know, whatever they call it, where the car sustained enough damage to total the car monetarily, but not physically. So a guy bought it, basically bought it with a salvage title, kind of started working on it, then sold it to another guy who was a Volkswagen technician, worked actually at a dealership. He fixed it up a lot more, and then he sold it to me because he wanted to sell it to get a Jeep, which he actually did. I think he bought after I bought this car from him. So, but instead of paying like 10, 12, 14 grand, I paid $6,000 for the core vehicle after he'd already done most of the motor work and some of the transmission work and stuff. It still needed some kind of superfluous things, I guess you could say, fixed it up here and there, but yeah, it was because, like I said, it hit all the boxes for me. It had about 250 horsepower, it was all-wheel drive, and has a dual clutch instead of being front-wheel drive with a manual, like a lot of GTIs are, so... Yeah. How does the Wookiee growl go again? Barf. I can't do the yeah, Wookiee thing that you need to do. So, look at the Passat R36 wagon. Okay, sure. Yeah, I guess I'm maybe not getting into Pioneer tonight, but I don't know. I kind of wanted to. I'm just really beat. I was supposed to do more sim racing today, but I'm just kind of beat. I'm really itchy. I got like metal shavings and splinters all up in my arm. So what was that? Passat R36 wagon. Let's take a look at it. You know, I had a couple station wagons. Yeah, and I learned from my uncle, my uncle Rudiger, who sadly passed away earlier this year, that wagons can be pretty bonkers. You know, just because it's shaped like a family station wagon doesn't mean it's not nuts. He had a Volvo 870 Turbo or something like that. He used to put on his German driving gloves, Handschuhe, and then go out on the Autobahn, and my mother would yell at him because he would drive too fast. But, between racing and a Jeep, racing is the cheaper option. Jeeps are, they put out consumer reports for, I think, 2025, and Jeep was like almost at the very bottom of the list, if I remember correctly. It's a W6, not a V. The cylinders interlace. Hey, look, I'm just going by what Volkswagen calls it. It's a non-traditional V engine, true, but I mean that's they call it a V6. It's literally right on the engine bay. They call it a V6. Like I said, I didn't. This isn't a custom cover. That's literally what came with the car. So let's see. Slower, deeper, and a little closer to the mic, please. So, random topic change, but have you been keeping an eye on SC, although not playing it? I just logged in for the first time in 2 years, and it's actually a bit better. I think that's their kind of the goal. They need to make about $100 million a year to make it a bit better every year. so yeah, they got their game plan. It's just $100 million a year, and every year it gets a bit better. Yeah, I heard they crossed like $1 billion in funding now, but yeah, admittedly, I don't like really pay attention to that stuff anymore. Sorry, car tech is fun. Love my dubs, V-dubs. So, a CTS-V wagon. Yeah, man, there was a guy who brought a CTS-V wagon to a car meet. Had 1,000 horsepower. It sounded like almost like a jet engine. Had a massive supercharger. It was like, that supercharger sound. Ugh. Hey, Penguins, welcome, buddy. Yeah, go check out Penguins Plays right here on the Twitch. Hopefully you're still enjoying the battlefields. Let's see. Consumer Reports didn't exist when my Jeep was made. Is yours a Jeep or is it a Willys? Because they had, I think, Willys before Jeep, right? Yeah, the first time I was passed by a Skoda Octavia at 240 kilometers an hour was making a very confused face. They are super fast and look nothing like it. Hold on, yeah, let's look up Skoda. Where is Skoda from? Hold on. Skoda Octavia Estate. Oh yeah, kind of a big saloon car, huh? Okay. Oh yeah, they have a wagon version. Looks like. All right, let's see if we can open this bad boy up. Oh yeah, yeah. Like I said, it's funny too because, man, you know, the German or European emission standards are stricter than the U.S. and some other things. But man, it's just, yeah, they make these cars that are like, oh, you know, just taking a light cruise on the autobahn at 120 miles an hour. You know, it's commonplace over there. Yeah. The Willys Overland M38A1. Okay, that's what I was wondering. It's a Czech. Okay, I see. Yeah. Does Slovakia have a car company? Because it used to be Czechoslovakia, right? That's the Czech Republic and Slovakia. Or Czechia. They're owned by Volkswagen, so it's just a Volkswagen. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that answers that. Let's see. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. I think hello? Check. Audio was going out there for a second. Slovakia makes hockey pucks. Hey, man. Yeah. Make what you know and sell what you got. Cool. Alrighty. Yeah, so like I said, that's kind of why. Let me do this. Let me go to Euro tuning. Yeah, let's see. Urine tuning. So Euro tuning is in my neck of the woods. They're based in Tampa, Florida. Like I said, they're about 25 minutes from my house. Let me see what they got. Don't be confused by the exhaust that I got. I'm still a Euro tuning from the block. Select chassis. Let's do Mark 5. Yeah, 3.2 liter VR6. Let's go to Segzost. Let's see, catback, downpipe. Yeah, they don't have as wide a selection as ECS does, but might have some goodies in here. So, yeah, Miltech. I have heard of Miltech. Yeah, Tectonics catback exhaust. This is about $1,100. Magnaflow. Yeah, let's see. Do they have anything cheaper that I can afford? No, it looks like... Oh yeah, here we go. X-Force 3-inch stainless steel catback exhaust for Mark 5 R32. It's on sale. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. It's got the hanger. It has the muffler and resonator, so that's good. Okay. Yeah, so 3-inch catback system. This is specifically for the Mark 5 and Mark 6 Golf R. Okay, so yeah, I'll put that on my Santa wish list for next year. Like I said, the exhaust, you know, it's I don't need it for performance reasons. I'm just afraid that eventually the exhaust is gonna fall apart. Yeah. I spent too much money racing a 96 Mazda MX-3 full conversion to a 13B rotary engine, front to rear wheel drive. Wow. That does sound expensive. What did it? I guess it didn't come with a. Bohemia was a better name. Yes. Did it not come? Did they not offer it with a rotary? Because yeah, the rotaries. When did they start putting rotaries into cars? Was it the early 90s? My modern VW parts I get for my MK4 are all from Slovakia. Yeah, dude. I need a new climate control system because mine is busted. I'll try to turn it up 1 degree. It'll go 4 degrees back, then 10 forward, then 8 back, then 5 forward. It's really messed up. They don't. No one has them in the U.S. anymore. They're all gone. But there's some company in either the Czech Republic or Slovakia. They still sell them used, but they're very expensive. So. I just found a full NVIDIA exhaust for my BRZ on Facebook last weekend for $50. Guy needed cat. Yeah, man. Yeah, sometimes people are a little hard up for a little dough, and gotta part with some stuff. And like I said, the guy that I bought my R32 from, he was having a tough time selling it because it had a rebuilt title. You know, like not a salvage title, but a rebuilt title because it technically was financially totaled. But, he had it listed for, 9, then 8, and then 7, then 6,500. And I told him, like, dude, I will give you 6,000 cash today, like, in your hand cash. And he's like, can you do, 65 is like 6 grand, man. That's cash. That's what I can do right now. And he's like, all right, fine. But yeah, he must have put, like, he had like 10 grand into it. So it took a little bit of a loss on that one. Him and I kept in touch for a while because he wanted to see the progress of turning the car into a race car. But sadly, he moved away. Yeah, he moved out of Florida. I think he moved to Alabama or something. So, yeah. Miltech actually sounds the best on a 1.8T. Yeah, those Miltech exhausts are nice, but yeah, it's expensive. Hold on, there's Tectonics. Yeah, Miltech Performance Exhaust. Yeah, high flow. Yeah, with sport. See, what I could do is this. Yeah, get the exhaust system with like the, the high flow cats, but I just want to cut the cats out, period, because I don't need them. This is Florida. I'm just doing racing, so I don't need them. But yeah, Miltech does make good stuff. It's just there's a little bit of a price issue there. It's about for that kind of money, I could buy like a crappier exhaust and then stick my thumb in my butt for money, for laughs, maybe both. Let's see. Oh, early '80s. Okay, gotcha. Like my trying to get a Kawasaki parts for the smart gun. Yeah. Did you see that, Aaron? Did you see that video? I had like 3 or 4 people send me the same video of the guy. He had a smart gun set up and a pulse rifle set up. They weren't full auto, but did you see that video? It was posted in my Aliens channel earlier today. A rotary has been around for a long time. Yeah. I guess it's just never really caught on other than for Mazdas, maybe some other cars. They actually had I've actually seen rotary motorcycles before, if you could believe that. I went to a lot of motorcycle shows with my father, and there was a company that actually made a rotary engine motorcycle, and the rotary engine was like this weird long tube thing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hold on, Aaron. Hold on. I haven't seen this yet. Hold on. Take a look. All right. Oh, let's see. I should be okay to play this. I don't think they have any music in here. So Aaron, hopefully you don't swoon a little bit, but look, check this out. So let me turn down the music here. But yeah, these guys are trying to make like real functional alien weapon props and things.
Ready? Yep.
It's not full auto though. It's not full auto. But look at this. he's got the viewfinder and everything.
Go ahead.
Yeah, a little double firing there. What my AK does that sometimes. But yeah, you can see the trigger is actually like the Kawasaki handle. So yeah. Yeah, there it goes. Let's rock. Yeah, sometimes you get a little double firing if you're too light on the trigger. It just cycles very quickly. Yeah, but yeah, he's got the Steadicam rig.
You have something I want.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, so they got some very good looking stuff out there, man. It would be nice if it was full auto though. Yeah, they got the headpiece. There's another guy who was making a smart gun, but they actually wanted to get the camera system functional on it. I don't know. I guess maybe this one's just for looks. Yeah, put a forced reset trigger in it. Yeah, maybe. Because that's kind of bump firing a weapon is kind of like, sort of like you're doing your own forced reset. Sort of, not really. It's just kind of a. I've bump fired a few of my firearms. So yeah, there it is. So that's a 45 Thompson base. Look, he got the ammo. Look how cool that is. He got the ammo counter working and everything. That's so cool. And dude, the thing is about these guns though is that they are impossible to aim because there's no real sight. There's just a channel. You kind of just like point a gun, point a pulse rifle. You don't really aim it.
How's it?
Yes. Yeah, that's awesome. You telling me, bud? So, blank fire only non-gun. Yeah, I would even do that, man, because ammo gets expensive. So, smoking a full cigar with every breath. Where is this? Yeah, I don't know, but it was linked on YouTube. This just came out yesterday, the day before. Golly, how cool is that? The double triple fires are basically bump fire. Yeah, because if you're holding a weapon forward while pulling the trigger back, the recoil resets the trigger, but then you're pulling forward. So you're pulling every time you pull forward, the gun fires, pushes back, but you're pulling forward, and it goes. It's just a cyclic phenomenon called bump firing, I guess you could say, ladies. So. V6 is easier for the non-car guy public to understand. When looked at from above, the inner cylinder edges are overlapped. From the front, you can't see between the cylinders.
Let's start by doing what we set out to do. Let's accomplish that.
Yeah, I wish I could do some sim racing today, but yeah, sadly no dice. But yeah, golly. So yeah, it looks like they're doing. Oh crap! I gotta be careful here. Looks like yeah, people are making the Merida rifle. Hold on, let's see if they got the. Oh yeah. Oh, hold on. Sorry about that. So yeah, you know, from Starship Troopers, it's cool when people try to take guns that were, you know, just prop guns or whatever. Get some, yeah. All right. Look at that. Yeah, they got the Merida. All right, hold on, let's see if we can play it. I can't play this because yeah, they actually put the movie music in there. But yeah, man, I'd love to have one of these too. You know, I like Starship Troopers as much as the next guy. Yeah, I want to have a thermal camera on the gun, running video up to the eyepiece. Yeah, you know. I did see one guy. He made a smart gun, and it was full auto. But yeah, you know, he went to a firing range. He probably never hit a target. Yeah. So okay. So here is just for reference. Here we go. So here is the the airsoft version. Whatever. So if you, I'm gonna be here. Maybe I can aim it this way. So you see how there's no weapon sight in there? It's literally just a channel. Yeah, there you go. You see that? Yeah, there's no rear post or front post sights on this thing. There's no like red dot or reflex sight. It's literally just a channel, and that's you're like I said, you're not really aiming it. You're kind of just pointing it and hoping you hit something. Yeah, it's a terrible design for a weapon sight, but it just, you know, the whole ensemble looks cool. Now, I guess theoretically you could put a rear post in here and a front post in here, but yeah, to be accurate to the movies, yeah, it's basically just a channel in there. Yeah, so if you're aiming, you're pointing it. And the way the stock is set up, hold on, let's see, pull this out here. The way the stock is set up, I mean, if you shoulder this thing here and then try to look down the rail, I mean, you're like, you know, you're like, yeah, you're sitting really low on there. So this was very much a form over function type weapon. But again, a lot of the guys in the movie Aliens were just hip firing. So, you know, they just, that's 80s action movies. You know, they're like, oh yeah, real heroes. They just fire from the hip instead of like aiming down the sights like you really would. But I don't know. We can look past it. It was the 80s, you know. So, come on, you apes, you want to live forever, right? The gun store in Las Vegas has a bunch of stuff to shoot, including full auto alien stuff. Do they have that now? Oh, let's take a look. Yeah, because like I said, it's my last stream before the big race. Kind of just shooting the breeze today. I was hoping to get a little racing in. I couldn't do sim racing. Couldn't do that today. I was gonna do some more Pioneer, but now we're just talking about, you know, alien stuff, which I like. What's it called? The gun store. Did you show me this before? The gun. Let's see, Vegas. Yeah, well, let's take a look here. So this is the Galaxy Wars, the Galaxy Wars experience, gun store package, zombie package, special events, experiences, view all experiences. Gun rental range. Galaxy. Yeah, this is where they got Star Wars guns. Oh, that's kind of cool. Xenomorph Hunt, Ultimate Theme Room Experience from $1,340. Oh my gosh. Hey, look, it's $10 off now. It was $1349.99. Now it's $1339.99. A bargain. So, Xenomorph M56 Smart Gun VIP Experience. Welcome to Sub-Level 05. Prepare to enter the ultimate themed shooting experience unlike anything you've ever seen. Flashing lights, fog, adrenaline, and aliens. Oh, Xenomorph Hunt. What? When did this happen? I didn't know this was a thing. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's learn more about this one, and let's learn more about this one. All right. Let's see. The M56 Smart Gun. The Ithaca 37 shotgun, the HK VP70. Oh yeah, so they got all these guns to look like the guns from Aliens. Let's see. Hold on, let me turn Dark Reader off, see if it looks a little better. No, that's worse. Okay. Private themed shooting range with interactive targets and sounds, 80 round belt on a full functioning full auto M56 smart gun, which is an MG42 machine gun, 4 rounds of 12 gauge and Hicks shotgun, 20 rounds of 9mm and Gorman's pistol, moving face hugger shooting targets, moving xenomorph target. Oh man. They're There's no availability in December. Yeah, they're probably taking the rest of the year off. So let's do 2026 in January. No availability. February. March. Nothing's available. What, did they shut it down already? Please tell me that I didn't miss this, Aaron. Please. There's no availability. I guess maybe it's like a special thing. You have to call them in advance. Hey, David. Welcome. Salvage titles are hard to insure. Yeah, even my insurance company, they for liability only, which is what it has right now, they were willing to insure it unseen, but they told me if I wanted comprehensive, I would have to get an adjuster to check it out, which sucks, you know, but hey, it's also I'm paying less insurance. Yeah. It's been a thing for 2 years? Really? Oh, Aaron says I sent them a Ripley harness, cat hat, sling, and grenade. Ooh. Got a joystick and throttle for Xmas, I'm happy. Bazdon, you got the Logitech G version, right? That's why they hit the cooling pipes. You want to hit the pipe sometime, Captain Leo? I'm game. The Tavors would make a good base for the Starship Troopers gun. Yeah, man. Where was I when all this stuff came out? Warning, old man, how's your day gone? Well, I'm 21 now, so definitely getting older. But it's been very busy. I didn't start streaming until just about an hour and 40 minutes ago. All right, let's do this one. Xenomorph Hunt Experience. Wait a minute. Smart Gun VIP Hunt Experience. They have a pulse rifle? Wait, they have a functional pulse rifle as well? Oh my god. Sublevel 5, Xenomorph Hunt VIP Experience. Ever dreamed of saving humanity from Xenomorph infestation using Colonial Marines M41A pulse rifle? Prepare to enter the ultimate themed shooting experience unlike anything you've ever seen. Flashing lights, fog, adrenaline, and aliens. Oh, yeah. So you get 60 rounds on the replica M41A, 6 rounds of 12 gauge in... Oh, wait. So they got the 12 gauge working as well. Why aren't there more pictures? Golly, they need bigger pictures. So they actually got the rifle part working and the you know, grenade launcher, shotgun launcher, and it's full auto. And 20 rounds of Gormans. How have I never done this before? A free t-shirt. Ooh, welcome to Take Unlimited Video. Let's look, can we take a look at YouTube? Hold on. All right, hold on. Let's do this. How have I been so daft all these years? We could have been doing aliens shooting. All right, hold on. Let's see. Gun store Las Vegas aliens. No, what's it called? Xenomorph. Let's see. Oh, the good folks at the gun store Las Vegas invite us to shoot their actual working pulse rifle. Yeah, what the heck? Okay, hold on. So let's take a look here. This is a YouTube
Vegas,
short.
Nevada, and store to try a live firing pulse rifle.
Yeah.
Fun with this.
Oh, they put the gun store logo on there. Of course they would.
For having us.
Oh yeah, so they got Xenomorphs. I have one of these. Actually, it's sitting in my room right now. Look at this. Oh my gosh, Aaron, you and I have to get dressed up in cosplay and go do this. Yeah, so yeah, they're right. No pictures, but yeah, it looks like there are videos on YouTube. Oh, I gotta watch out with the audio though. Oh look, yeah, they light up the shooting range. It's just they just have like a couple face huggers hanging from the ceiling. They got a xenomorph on a stick. Oh, that still looks awesome though. They gotta put that stuff like on a roaming rail thing. It's you know, okay, so it's a bit like Funhouse cheesy or whatever, but still, that's so great. They just had like some face huggers hanging from the ceiling, and they got a xenomorph who he was depressed and hung himself. So yeah, he's just like, I'm calling it quits, guys. Yeah, he's like, I don't want to be a xenomorph anymore. I'll try to be try to be an android in the next life. That's, yeah, never meet your heroes, apparently. But yeah, you know, all they would have to do is maybe try a little harder for some of the decoration stuff, you know? And, you know, xenomorphs don't have glowing blood. That's out of Predator, you know? But I think they had a Predator shooting range too, didn't they? Imagine those adrenal squirts. I'm squirting right now just thinking about it, Victor. Sorry, I was missing gun talk. You were, Gatos, sadly enough. Yeah. So, too bad they never developed weaponry that the xenomorphs would willingly jump into. Yeah, I know. Golly. A bit much just to shoot actual working replicas, but yeah, but when you're horribly obsessed like I am, it might be worth it. I don't know, like I said, just, well, let's put it this way. So they said this guy, they invited this guy to come out, so... Ah, crap! Yeah, God, I have to do it! Oh, God, next time I go to Vegas, man, I'm definitely gonna do this. That's a bit expensive, though, man. $1,500? You know, there's a shooting range near me where you pay them a flat rate of $30 and you can rent whatever machine gun they have. They have like 6 different machine guns. You just have to pay for the ammo. I think we shot like 4 or 5 different machine guns and I spent $300. So, but God, but they got the real deal working. A VR experience would be more worth it. I don't know. But the thing is, like, if you show up in cosplay, it could, like, I would show up with my fake pulse rifle, but my helmet, my outfit. I still gotta get Spat over at the Spat Cave to help me out with the armor, and maybe Aaron could help me out as well. Could turn that into a short film. Yeah, you know, golly. They would just need to put a little more effort into the scenery. You know, get rid of all the glowing blood on the walls, because that looks silly. But the whole thing is like, what the hell is that they have hanging from the ceiling? I wish, hold on, let's see, can we make this bigger? That's what she said. But, yeah, like, what is it that you're shooting? And is it one of those things where, like, they say, hey, please don't shoot the face, legs, or hands, just shoot the body? But yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, this, you could say this xenomorph is well hung. Yeah, best effort award. Yeah, basically they get an E for effort, but, yeah, I think if they just tried a little harder, maybe they so they could get vinyl wraps. You print out some vinyl wraps, you know, like, hold on, like I can let's see if I can do this. Hold on, let's see. All they have to do hold on, give me a sec here, and yeah, so they would just have to get they would have to just get some vinyl wrap of stuff like this to at least make it look a little bit more like you're in Hadley's Hope or on the Nostromo or something like that. It doesn't take much, you know. God, I should send them a screen cap of this and be like, yeah, go to a printing company, have them print this out like at a 20-foot by 20-foot and stick that up on the walls. Yeah, because right now, yeah, it looks like kind of like, you know, like a fun house, you know, like one of those spooky haunted mansion house things that you do at the local county fair. Yeah. Couldn't get work off of Akron, came back to Earth, set up in Vegas. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like I only have the kind of the fatigues and the helmet, but I don't have all the rest of the stuff like what Aaron has. If you get the files of what you want to print, I can rattle them out for you. I can print filament or resin. Oh, you mean for like props and stuff? Yeah, you know, I guess that could be kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, this, I have to be honest, man. It sucks that it's so expensive, but this looks like it's just awesome. Yeah, they even put a little reflex sight on there so you don't miss. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I can influencer them into letting me get like half price. If I tell them I'll talk about it endlessly. I would talk about it endlessly. If I actually went and did this over in Vegas, I would have a stream. It's like, all right, now we're gonna talk about this for the next 6 hours about how I did the most awesome thing ever. The thing is wearing 8-inch platform boots. Yeah. I guess it costs a lot to license the guns. Not necessarily, because you can make prop weapons from movies and things, and generally, you know, it's harder to enforce the copyright. That's why if you go on Amazon right now and just type in Xenomorph shirt, there's going to be a lot of shirts that weren't licensed from 20th Century Fox. It's certain things, you know, Disney now owns. They've you know, licensed it, trademarked it, patented it, or whatever. But a lot of things they don't. You know, like fictional companies in movies, TV shows, and video games. People get away with, you know, just kind of making what they want. But yeah, I feel like Disney trying to enforce this as saying that's like, yeah, the gun design, everything, you can't do that because we now own it. But what they could do is, if they probably don't have it. Yeah, so they probably don't say anything on here about the movie Aliens. Hold on, let's take a. All right, there's Aliens there, but I guess they probably don't say anything that would be. Yeah, like trademark infringement or IP infringement. Yeah, they've got a little bit of a light design here, but yeah, I mean, like I said, there's kind of a gray area when it comes to that. I'd like to think that a lot of this stuff would be, I guess you could say it would be hard to enforce for trademark purposes, but then the creators of the props and things like that, they might get a stick up their butt about it. So maybe I can imagine the gun store folks maybe reached out to the original prop guys and said, hey, is it okay if we create our own version of this so people can shoot it in real life at our shooting range? And I'm sure the prop guys are like, holy crap, yes, please do that so I can come play with it. You know, it'd be fun. So, because a lot of those prop guns, they're not real guns. You know, they're made to shoot blanks and all sorts of stuff. So, it's definitely not the 90s aliens experience in London. No. Looks like an alien bukkake room. Yeah, I know, it's a little cheesy, but man, that is kind of a steep price. I mean, 60 rounds of, 45. This is 45. This is 6 rounds of 12 gauge, which is, they probably give you birdshot or something stupid. Like 6 rounds of birdshot is like $2, So, 2 rounds of 12 gauge. So what you're really paying for is you're probably paying for, I don't know, maybe $20 worth of ammo, maybe like $30 worth of ammo. And then the other $1,300 is just what they're charging so you can feel like you're in the movie Aliens for about 10 minutes, So, there's a lot of other ways you could spend $1,000 in 10 minutes, you know what I mean? On the Starship Troopers experience, yeah. Fox doesn't seem to care much about the alien stuff, but with Simpsons, they'll send a team of lawyers. Yeah, it's interesting, right? Because there's been a lot of, not trademark infringement, but a lot of, marketed products and things, and mostly T-shirts and other goodies that, they seem to get away with it just okay. If anyone has the Colonial Marines armor, let me know. Aaron in chat does. He has a whole cosplay set up. I don't know, Aaron, if you got some pics on the Instagram, was it Captain Price on Instagram? I'll show Victoria some of your cosplay. Aaron's got the real deal, man. He spent a long time working on that stuff. I tried to get Stephen King to authorize a set of Colt 45s from the Dark Tower series, but it was a no-go. Really? So, I mean, if you said you tried to authorize a set, would that mean you were trying to license the design or the theme to start manufacturing them? Or just, you were like, hey, Stephen King, can I make the guns that I have look like the guns from your story? Yeah, rock salt shells. Yeah. It was stolen. Oh, crap. Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, man. Sorry about that. Oh, STLs. Okay. Yeah, Aaron says, no, they're handmade. Yeah, because, again, there's prop makers out there. There's a company called the Spat Cave, run by a guy whose nickname is Spat. The Shat Cave. It's a guy who makes movie props, and he's a big fan of alien stuff. Spat Cave Zombies, Spat Blog, Spat Store, projects. Let's see. Yeah, really. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. So yeah, let's see. Makeup, rentals. Yeah, he's this guy has worked on a lot of aliens stuff, and he makes outfits and things. Oh yeah, so here we go. So here is the helmet that I had ordered. So he made my custom helmet. It's $120 as a base cost, but if you get, with the chin strap, you get the movie camo, you get the real steel versus plastic. Helmet liners is padding versus surplus liner. So if you want to make the helmet the same way they made the movie, he charges like $240, $250. So mine was pretty close to how it was in the movies, except for the camera wasn't real. But yeah, so it was about, I think I paid $240 for just the helmet. But yeah, he does pretty good work, and he makes armor. Like if you want a full outfit, he makes all the armor and stuff. So yeah, marine costumes. Let's see, was it armor? Yeah, so let me zoom in here a little bit. Yeah, so the ab pad, the kidney plate, the leg armor, the light infantry armor, upper body shell, already the helmet. So one of these days, I would love to fly down to him and have him measure me, try to lose 20 pounds first. But yeah, the whole kit and caboodle is all said and done about $1,000. But yeah, I mean, he would do it. I already have the helmet, so he would just have to make all the armor for me. I already have the pulse rifle, and I would just have to get I'd have to get the light thing that Aaron probably knows, because yeah, there's the armor. You get the clip-on piece that was actually a part for holding camera batteries, like old broadcast, like shoulder broadcast cameras. It was to hold one of those batteries, and it would light one of those lights. So I don't know if he has the accessories as well. Chin straps. Oh yeah, drop down IR sight, ear flap. Let's see, grenade bandolier, grenade harness, grenade straps. Yeah, the helmet camera kit. His aren't real. Some people might. Yeah, here, lamp lighting kit, $50. Lamp mounting kit, $50. Yeah, so it just depends on how far do you want to go. Oh yeah, the same binoculars that Apone used in Aliens. Yeah, these are all just, you know, like not functional versions like in the movies. But if you just want all the props, you know, so yeah. Yeah, and I had 2 sets. Yeah, the shoulder lamp. So you said that somebody just kind of waltzed off with your gear? Did they like take it out of your hotel room or something? Or yeah, I set up my shoulder lamp with a Surefire 130 lumen light, made it hold a row of CR123A lithium batteries. Estimated runtime was like 60 hours. Yeah, man. So, like I said, it's kind of a bucket list item of mine. I wanna fly down to the Spat Cave, have them measure me, you know, for all like say it's like, dude, all right, this is it. This is my movie fandom pilgrimage. I want you to make me an entire Aliens, you know, United Systems Colonial Marines outfit. And yeah, it's probably gonna be about $1,000, give or take. So someday. Don't ask me how much I spent on my race car when I could have had an Aliens cosplay outfit. Aaron says you don't need measurements for the armor. Are you sure? Because I don't know, man. I see some people, yeah, movie camo armor sets. So this is it. So this is the $800 set without all of the. It doesn't have everything, but it has most of it. So yeah, leg armor. See, yeah, standard, large, small. I don't know what size that is. I guess I'd have to have like a seamstress measure me and then give those measurements to Spat, and then ask him. Yeah, see the helmet I don't need, and just ask him. Yeah, so there it is. You know, so this is what he could make me. He could turn me into a real Colonial Marine. Well, you know, cosplay Colonial Marine. But, yeah, someday, man. I already have the helmet. I just need everything else. I already have, like, the fatigues that are not screen accurate, but it's pretty close. It's like some kind of Euro tiger camo pattern kind of thing. So, with tech today, you can make the helmet cam fully functional. Well, yeah, sure. But, it's just more expensive. Michael Bean peak fitness is the measurement. No. Yeah, I did. Hold on, wait a minute. It's a do it. Life is short. I know, man. I want to go to like a Comic-Con or something like that, but I don't have the no command. Yeah, it's like yeah. You have to be as fit as Michael Bean in the movie to fit properly. It's like no, because I've seen no. Please don't take this as any offense whatsoever. But I've seen some Aliens cosplayers and they kind of look like they've been out of the service for a number of years, and they're really squeezing into that outfit. Hold on, let's see. I'm not trying to poke fun. I just know that's what I would look like. Yeah. Well, I'm not trying to single anybody out here, but yeah, you can see a lot of cosplayers. It's like, yeah, you know, they know the drill. It's like you kind of have to be in kind of like marine-ish shape. Yeah, you know, it's even this lady. Oh God, that's hot. But yeah, because I remember I saw one guy who was, let's just say, he was a fan of Aliens, but not a fan of dieting. And his outfit was like blarp. So yeah, and I kind of feel a little pudgy myself these days, that I kind of just don't want to be that guy, you know. So yeah, look at these guys. Hold on, this is my dream. Oh, man, it's very small, but that's what she said. Oh, it's very small. But yeah, you know, this is all. That's all I want. I'm not a clever man. I just know what I want, which is this. But yeah, like I said, I don't want to show the picture even if I find it. I just don't want to be the guy who very clearly doesn't look like he would have been in the Colonial Marines due to weight problems. I can't fit in my service uniform. Haven't been able to for maybe 25 years now. Yeah, you know, I've got some of my father's old BDUs, and I used to be able to fit in them. They used to be too big. Then they fit just right. Now they don't fit anymore. I wonder why that is. So, yeah, Fat Albert has a Colonial Marine. Yeah, I just saw one guy. He was like, yeah, that doesn't look right. Yeah, Semper Pi. So, yeah, and I don't want to be mean, but yeah, look at these guys. You know, they look the part. I mean, this looks like it could be straight out of like a fan film or something like that. You know what I mean? That looks awesome. I want to be one of these nerds. That's what I want. Kind of geek out. So, I took my helmet cam video, put on a text overlay and VHS noise, looked awesome, posted in Discord. Oh yeah, all right, hold on. I think you've shown that to me before. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, so oh yeah, so this is Aaron in chat. So let's see. Oh yeah, look at this.
Bravo Squad. What we have had is reports that from Intel, Wayland Yutani Mercs have infiltrated this facility. They have unleashed xenomorphs here.
I like the Ripley cosplayer over there. She's just like, hey guys, how you doing?
Eradicate the xenomorphs and terminate any Wayland Yutani personnel with extreme prejudice.
Ah yeah, there it is.
Wayland Yutani personnel are no longer
Yeah, I gotta check those corners. So let's see, fast forward a little bit. Yeah, it kind of gave it the like the old VHS lines and stuff. That's
Get those
pretty cool.
trackers on.
Beep beep boop boop. All right. Well, anyways, yeah. So that's like I said, that's super cool. How long ago was this? This was 8 years ago. Okay, gotcha. Long time ago. Yeah, that's I kind of want to geek out like that at some point. Let's see. Second guy having the finger on the trigger and aiming at the first guy makes me nervous though. Also, guten Abend zusammen. Yeah, hallo. Willkommen. Although, oh gosh, I've already been live for 2 hours, man. All right, well, yeah, use the lipstick camera inside of the helmet's fake camera. Now that I could do. I'm back in 2013, man. See, you've already achieved what I still have yet to achieve. A full erection. No, yeah, doing aliens cosplay stuff. That's what I want. Yeah, to get together with a bunch of guys and gals and just do roam around a convention hall and just be weird. Yeah. That's no effect. That's literally 8-year-old video. Yeah, that was just taken as is. Check those corners. It sucks. It's really weird that we're talking about this now because yesterday I was actually bemoaning the fact that Al Matthews is not with us anymore because he was probably my favorite character from Aliens. He's just because I worked with so many military guys, when growing up and professionally and unprofessionally, and he was just the quintessential sergeant who really actually loves being in the service. So. He was always my favorite character. I mean, Ripley's cool and all, I guess, but yeah, I really liked Apone. He's I mean, go figure. He was actually like a sergeant in the Marines, if I'm not mistaken. So, really, was he the first? Huh? Are you sure about that? Really? In Vietnam or something else? We still got Dave Matthews though. I can't wait to see it. Dave Matthews with a pulse rifle. Wouldn't that be fun? Is if he did a cosplay of Apone. Yeah, it'd be instead of Al Matthews. Yeah, Dave Matthews. That's so funny. See him do that. It'd be kind of cool. All right. Well, gosh. Man, I can't believe in the early days of my channel, I only used to stream for 2 hours, but it's one of those things where I do have a couple last things. I've already got everything packed, ready to go. I literally just have to wake up tomorrow, take a shower, and preferably put on some clothes and drive right to Sebring. But I got a couple extra things I got to do. I have to create some liability forms for the people driving my car. Because two things, they have a responsibility form and a liability form to sign. One is liability. It means that if they get their head chopped off because they wrecked a car, that means that neither their estate nor their family can come after me. I'm legally exonerated because racing's dangerous. And the other thing is a responsibility form saying that if they damage the car due to error, human error, or otherwise, one, they have to reimburse me for the damage, and two, if they damage the course damage fees are very expensive. Like if you hit a tire wall, you have to replace the tire wall, and you think it's like old used tires, right? It's like, yeah, but they still charge you $400 to put all that stuff back together. Oh, he was the first African-American sergeant in the 1st Marine Division in Vietnam to be promoted meritoriously. Ooh, golly, man, he was like perfect for the part then. Yeah. Yeah, wake up tomorrow, rub one out, take a shower. How about in the shower? That saves on cleanup. Yeah, well, we should save water and shower together. Yeah, it's weird that you'd say that to LJ, but, maybe me too at some point. Valkyrie. Let's see. I don't know. Yeah, Battlefield promotion. Yeah, man. But he was just so perfect for that part. He didn't really. I don't remember him having a very prolific film career for the most part. But yeah, he's just played such a memorable character. Let's see, Al Matthews. Yeah. What else was he in? Yeah, because again, I know he was in. I think he was in Superman. Yeah, he was in a Superman movie. I remember him from that. But he was in Tomorrow Never Dies and The Fifth Element. Yeah, I think I knew that already. But yeah, you know, it just didn't really have like a huge film career after the movie. Zybok, hey man, thank you for continuing your gifted sub.
Tactile at meat_shield for Minibun Months gave. THX at meat_shield Merry Christmas.
Yeah, it's hard to believe he died. You know, it's been 7 years already, but so. Anyways, yeah, definitely my favorite character from Aliens. He just played the part very, very well. So yeah, hopefully Al Matthews will be remembered forever for all that stuff. Okay. But, yeah, chat, well, yeah, in the interest of just making sure that I get a good night's rest, I don't want to stay on too long. I appreciate that a lot of people actually did come out, even though we're just kind of shooting the breeze tonight. Again, I really wanted to do some more sim racing practice, but after like I said, waking up at 7:30 and then pretty much working nonstop for 12 hours to make sure I was ready to go, yeah, you know, I just got a little pooped, so... oh yeah, we're talking to Victoria as well. Yeah, all right. So Vic, LJ, and Bella Curie and I all getting sudsy together. I think saving water is important for the environment. Also, when you have a shower partner, they can help you scrub the parts you can't reach. There are so many positives to showering together. Yes, when two fully grown men shower together, great things happen. So, would you fetch my slippers? That would be great. All right. So, anyways, yeah. So I guess we will. Yeah. No, I did not get into Pioneer today. I wanted to, but yeah. I guess I don't know. Today was just a just chatting stream, so I'll have to make sure I update the YouTube title. Yeah. God. Like I said, I got bit by two. I only had 2 mosquito bites the entire year. In the past week, including today, I got 6 mosquito bites, and gosh, it's like mostly on my ankles. It's very itchy. So, okay, well, yeah, thank you for hanging out. Yeah, we talked about race car stuff and sports cars and aliens and things, and, well, you know, it's kind of the stuff that I like. So, yeah, happy holidays to me. Did anyone get anything really cool? I didn't get anything, except for, you know, from family. I didn't get anything. But my nephew tried to draw me, like, with watercolors, a Lamborghini. It was like a red blob with 2 black blobs. Then he made another watercolor that looked like a rainbow, but he wrote, "I give up" on it. So, yeah, I guess he was just tired of doing watercolors that his mother was making him do, my sister. Yeah. You got a cold. The gift that keeps on giving. Understandable. So, LJ says, I was in the army showering with other dudes is nothing new. Yeah, you know, I was in military school. I'll never forget one of my roommates. He was very like wiener shy, I guess you could say, and he just really did not want to shower like the group shower stuff. So he would try to take like soap towel baths in the sink in our room because in my military school the rooms actually had a sink, no toilet but a sink. He would try to take like sink baths, and you know I remember I was watching him. He's like, "Hey man, don't watch me while I'm showering." It's like just go take a regular shower when nobody's in there. So I don't know. That's okay. I guess he didn't want people to see his butthole. Yeah. Sounds like he was a never nude. Yeah, maybe. Look, I like to be nude except for socks. I always like to have socks on. I'm a socks on kind of guy. Sexy socks. All right, well, thank you, Zabak. Yeah, hopefully all of you had a happy holidays, whether, you know, it's Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or my favorite, Festivus, a holiday for the rest of us. Or anything else. Yeah, hopefully I had festive times. New Year's is coming up on New Year's Eve. It's going to be on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. I am planning once again to stream for New Year's Eve, so we'll play some games, and then about 30 minutes before the ball drops in New York City, we'll switch over to that and kind of reminisce. Maybe think about the past year of weirdness here on the Twitch. And as long as I'm not in a full-body cast after this weekend's race, I am planning on streaming for New Year's. So, yeah, sure thing, Elsinore. Thank you, buddy. Well, yeah. You didn't get anything? Wait until May then. Yeah, maybe I'll get a new exhaust for my car by then. Oh yeah, Vic. No, yeah, it's the goodie box. I still want to send you another goodie box. I have some ideas. Also, hey Vic, actually there is one thing I would like to ask you. You know the alien warrior skull that you sent me that you 3D printed? I remember you said that you wish you had time to paint it but kind of ran out of time. If I paid for, you know, I paid for the postage to you and back from you and all over you, would you still be up for painting that? Because I would love to have it painted. I actually have it in my bedroom right now, But, you know, actually probably would look cooler painted. So if you feel like it, I will mail it back to you and also pay for the return postage. All over you, yes. No worries, LJ. Maybe you can cheat on your family on your phone and tune in that way. So, okay, well, yeah, so that's going to be it for me. Let's go see if we can raid someone for tonight. Again, in the early days, for like the first 4 or 5 years I streamed, like first 3-4 years, I only ever streamed for about 2 hours. And now I realize just how short of a time that is. So, yeah. All right, let's see. Who can we raid for tonight that we haven't raided in a while? I always like to say that. I haven't raided someone in a while. Interesting. It looks like, I guess, yeah, Henkin. I think Henkin was doing holiday stuff, and then Henkin's coming out with me tomorrow. We're going out together tomorrow for racing stuff, but, all right, chat, let's do this. Henkin. None Good Left is streaming a game I was actually casually interested in. It's called Storage Hunter Simulator. And yeah, so he's going to be streaming this game right now, so we'll go give him a raid. Yeah, thank you, Vic. Yeah, happy holidays, buddy. And again, I always appreciate seeing your feet pics that you send me. Secret Vic pics. All right, so let's do this. Raid None Good Left, and like I said, yeah, I'll pay to mail it back to you, and you don't have to rush or anything. Just whenever you feel like painting it. So, boop. All right, if you're a subscriber here, you know the drill. Please use your rad raid emotes. Yeah, get Vic pics. Yeah, they're like feet pics, except with more Vic in them. So, yeah. So, there it is. Feel free to copy and paste that in chat. Go give them some rad raids, some rad hearts, what have you. And again, no normal stream this weekend, but I'll be sure to post in Discord if I'm able to get the test stream up on Saturday, and then the race stream, of course, on Sunday. It'll be live streamed on 2 different channels, my racing channel on YouTube and Henkin's channel on Twitch. If all things go according to plan, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that the reception is good out there so we can do mobile streaming. So, yeah. That was fun. You know, I have to be honest, guys, after kind of a rough day today where I had a lot of stuff that wasn't really going great, this was fantastic. It was after so much stress today and finally getting everything ready to go, where I just hop in, turn the key, and start going to Sebring. It was nice to be able to end today on a positive note. You know, aliens and sports cars and showering men. Yeah. So thank you. I honestly have to thank you for that. So I appreciate it. It's a nice way to end kind of like the initial holiday week, so to speak. So, all right. Well, fingers crossed everything goes well. Many suits to y'all. I'll see you again, hopefully on stream tomorrow, if not on Sunday. We'll probably have to postpone Sunday movie night this weekend because I will be live on YouTube during that time. But then everything resumes back to normal next week. All right. Take care, everyone. Up next is None Good Left streaming Storage Hunter Simulator. Good night, everybody.